All right, should be live here in just a second. My computer was acting up, so I had to do some shit with it. Sorry about that. I'm in Canada, but where I'm from, me and Rob, or Michigan people got to. Yeah, I was gonna say you guys are East Coast, so. Okay, so you're in East Coast time. What's up, Maury? What's up, Space? What's up, Ven, Teo, Brianna? How you guys all doing? How's everybody tonight? Hopefully quite well. Hopefully quite well. Sorry about the delay. I was having some weird problems with my computer this evening, so hopefully it doesn't fuck up the whole stream. I don't know. What's up, Amir? How's it going? There's a thunderstorm happening. Oh, what's up, Drayden? Oh, you have a thunderstorm? That's always the worst. Those are a little annoying. You're playing Mortal Kombat? Oh, that's fun. Eaton? Hell yeah. What's up, Chris? Christoph. Yeah, crazy day. John Brown got released. Be able to join the next QC. For sure, Fat Tater Chip. I understand, man. I hope you feel better, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I hope you feel better, my friend. That kind of sucks, dude. There we go. How's your weather? I usually get the same as you, but it was hot. It was nice weather today. And it's kind of like rainy out right now, or it's looking like it wants to. Yeah, thank you, Brianna. I appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't see the John Brown trade happening or the release happening. That's a bit of a shocker there. Even more surprising is that there's actual interest in N'Keal Harry. That to me was very funny and very surprising. It's like, all right, if you want to have him, like have fun. You're gonna get a very unaggressive wide receiver that can't get. Like, I like N'Keal Harry, and he could work in the very right situation, but that dude can't get open, and like he's very unaggressive. You're gonna run into some issues. At a new tight end. I hope we get a new tight end soon. I just don't know what's up with Harry. Since his Bills at hold on. Let me read a few things. Because Bills, yeah, I mean the Bills have guys they can let go, and John Brown's, way to cut an easy way to cut cap. You passed 3 out of 4 midterms. Oh, good job, man. That's pretty good. You didn't fail. You got a C on it, so that's not exactly failing. Okay, for sure, Drayden. See you later, buddy. Where's Brown going to go? And I don't know what teams that would want N'Keal Harry. Do they just want size? It seems like it's a size move, Teo. I agree with that. I would guess like the Packers would be a really good spot for a guy like N'Keal Harry. I don't know, like a third or a fourth. Probably like a third. Yeah, something like that. I don't even know if he's going to get traded. I just think teams might have called for him. Well, I mean, we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I wouldn't care if he was traded. I would be like, all right. Raiders need a whole new team. I understand. Yeah. I understand, Christopher. It's not that bad. You'd much rather have John Brown. Yeah, I'd rather pick up John Brown than Harry. But the problem with John Brown is he can't stay healthy. I don't think we have to cut anybody, Tao. I think actually the only guys we have under actual contract are like Michelle and me and Mike were actually talking about this earlier, wasn't it? It was who the fuck was it? I think he would work for the Packers simply because he's a big physical body and he wouldn't be a bad Michelle, Harris, and JJ. Yeah, so we've really only got 3 guys. Like we've got 3 running. James White. If we can bring back James White for a reasonable contract, I'm all for James White. But I mean, if he wants to go get his bread, James can go. That's what I mean. We have like 4. And we're not going to cut any running backs. Bill's not going to do that. He just doesn't. They don't operate. We don't operate that way. We'll have 9 running backs. I don't know why we do that, but well, because it's a good idea to run 3 running backs because you can kind of cycle them, especially when you're going to power run like the Patriots do. Understandable to have that many, but I'm wondering if they bring back James. I don't know if he's going to be bag chasing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we could go get like an Ingram for dirt cheap. Get rid of his ass. Fuck Moncrief, dog. Okay, so this may sound like brash, but I don't care if we cut every single wide receiver on the roster not named Julian Edelman and just go get all new guys. I don't give a fuck. None of those guys are worth saving. None of them. All of them are trash except Julian. I mean, that guy, and you know I love my team. Me too, Rob. If we bring back Khalil Mack, he's probably not going to be able to leave Chicago for a while. He's very expensive, and Chicago's he's like the focal point of the defense. Myers, you can sign something way better than you can sign Will Fuller, and that's a way better option than Myers. And then you have Will Fuller, Julian Edelman, and Nikhil and Marquise Lee and maybe like a Kenny Golladay. That's the way I look at it. It's like we do have Marquise Lee, Will Fuller. Like we could sign 2 guys, and then we have 4 very good wide receivers. What happened to only JSC? Who? Fuller would be nice. Don't the Raiders only have a center and 1 guard? Yeah, the Raiders have but I mean Moncrief for kickoff returns. No, Gunner's our punt return, kick return guy. Yeah, Gunner's that guy now. Yeah, Gunner wasn't Gunner all pro as a kick returner? Yeah, dude, Gunner, he was second team all pro, wasn't Gunner? So I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be really hard to take that spot from Gunner. Bill is a special teams fanatic too. Yeah, we got Gunner doing that role. Gunner's gonna replace Julian in a couple years. I can already see the trajectory and the arc happening. Think back to early Julian Edelman. Remember how he started as a punt and kick returner and shit? Punt returner, kind of like him. Pisses me off when it comes to the Packers talk like they want to keep Aaron Jones so much. Yeah, I don't understand why they think like Aaron Jones is so vital when teams key on the pass against you guys. You know, yeah, I understand it. I get annoyed with the way my team is treated in the media too, Ven. So I feel Packers pain. We had fucking Jerry Rice. It happens, Braden. I mean, 4 receivers at that caliber. I know you got cap space, but that's expensive. Christopher, you don't realize we can get Will Fuller for like 10 to 15 a year. We can get fucking Kenny Golladay for 20, 22. Jonnu Smith. And we still have $30 million. Or, well, what would that be? About $20 million? You don't understand, dude. We have, what was it, $68 million technically after today? And we don't need anything else. Like, the Patriots don't need anything. Like, our offensive line is set. Our defense is pretty solid with everybody coming back. Yeah, we can get John Brown for like $10 million. Maybe less on incentives, like $5 million base, and then put the 10 or 12 up on incentives if he can play 16. Like, and with guys like Fuller and John Brown, which are kind of like good signings for a team like the Patriots, you can get them and put them on like 6 or 7 million base contracts because of their injury concerns, and then give them like 12 or 13 if they can play all 16. I would imagine Golladay is going to be 20 to 21 to sign. Pick to Browns for OBJ. I'm like, huh? That would have, I mean, think about it, Ven. If you guys make room for a receiver, I think that would actually make you guys win the Super Bowl. Like, I would have you guys winning the NFC if you picked Odell Beckham up. I'd be like, well, I don't know how you compete with Odell and Devontae. I don't know what you do with that. Oh, I would love to get John Brown. Can I do a video? If you want to, Drayden, sure. I don't mind. You never know, man. You never know. OBJ might take contract and restructure his deal into a couple years into the future, because a guy Odell really wants to start winning, and I think he'd really like to play with Aaron Rodgers. Like, very seriously, Aaron is one of those guys. I think guys would. It's weird that guys don't take pay cuts to go play with him. A quarterback in the early 2000s were so fucking bad, we literally forgot about him. Yeah, the Raiders have been rather unimpressive for a while, man. Yeah, Odell, but the problem is, it's like he needs the throws, so I don't know if he'd work. I just really don't know if Odell would work because he wants like a large volume of the throws, and Aaron's not going to do that. Green Bay in football, I would argue, is not a small market. They just don't give big contracts. Green Bay or Tampa. I wouldn't be stunned if he went to Tampa. I also wouldn't be stunned if we're not able to keep James. Sadly, isn't Leonard Fournette a free agent? In all seriousness, is Leonard Fournette a free agent? Leonard Fournette, huh? What up, Anonymous? Playoff Lenny's a free agent, huh? Remember last time we picked up a big old running back that could beat the fuck out of people and just runs right over people? I'm just saying, like, I don't know of a more perfect place for a guy, a big body, physical running back to wind up in. And where did he almost wind up in? It was what two places did he almost sign with in the offseason? It was didn't he almost sign with the Patriots, but then last minute the Bucks came in and signed him? Wasn't that like a thing? If I'm not mistaken, didn't Fournette almost sign with the Patriots? And then because Brady went down to goddamn Tampa, he went down to goddamn Tampa to get a Super Bowl ring. I think we might be like I think we're his number one destination. Like I would yeah, Chris Godwin's got tagged. I think we might wind up with Leonard Fournette in New England. Like, yeah, Diggs, that I'll never forgive the pay. Like, I'm so angry that we just didn't give a for. It's whatever. I understand not giving up the first for a receiver. I get it. But we'd still have fucking Tom Brady, and we would have got Leonard Fournette last year. What up, Dean? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, Godwin got tagged. Yeah, and they'll probably be working a deal out. What up, Dean? How you doing, friend? Are you? I'm glad the Russell Wilson things has calmed down about your team. I've been trying to defend your team, going, yeah, they're not going to trade Russell. There's no, they'll fire everybody around that team before they get rid of Russell. Like the owners will fire Pete Carroll. Your boy got 3 comments from YouTubers that hover. Oh shit! Well, how'd you do that, Morgan? Hell yeah. Dug in the hospital. Ammonia got me. Immune system is not the same. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, Anonymous. Hopefully you feel better, dude. This man apparently. Well, yeah, I understand. He wants to be a down. He wants to be that back. Yeah, Fournette wants to be gone. Yeah, I heard that. But we ended up moving out of the first round anyway, so that's what. Yeah, it pissed me off too, Tao. Trust me. The truth about Leonard Fournette, he gave a big fuck you. Yeah, that's true. Life's good, just hectic. I'm glad to hear it's going good at least. Hold on, I'm trying to keep up, everybody. It's moving quick. Most of them were trucking YouTube and have no life, and I was there with them. Okay, there we go. That's pretty cool that you were able to get a comment back, man. That's pretty dope. It's like I lied. This team is mine. Yeah, no, Christopher never leave. He's never leaving the fucking Seahawks. It's going good though, Weapon. It's going good, man. How's it going for you, buddy? I like Quan Alexander. I wonder. Yeah, I don't know about Quan. Like I like Quan too, but he might. All right, Drayden. Have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Talking week 14. Imagine if Arians at Fournette. That yeah. The Jags didn't know what they had. The Jags are just a bereft shithole though of just awfulness. Like the Jags are just awful. The sleepover, my friends fighting. Meanwhile, me just please Among Us. Yeah. You should be like, hey, let's play Among Us. Among Us. We could play that like Friday or something. I don't know. We haven't gamed in a while. Probably do that soon enough. Again, sorry if I'm moving through topics quick. It's just the chat's moving at a good rate. If you want something specific, now would probably be the slick it. One person say so, like bring a topic up. There's rumor Dolphins are interested in James Conner. That would be a good signing to back up a guy like Myles Gaskin. James Conner would be a perfect for Miami. Not as expensive as all the top guys, but still a good enough back row. That's a good signing for them, actually. The Johnny Football also gave a big foot. Yeah, Johnny Football just didn't want to play for the Browns, man. Oh man, anonymous. I'm sorry to hear, man. I hopefully you don't have COVID or anything that caused it, dude. That would be a motherfucker, dude. Sorry to hear you're dealing with that. Hopefully you feel better soon, man. You think you have the flu? Oh, Kevin. I hope you don't have COVID, man. I've been waiting on one of them for almost. He got 200,000. Damn, that's pretty good though. A lot of tackles got cut. Riley Reef, yeah, Riley Reef, Zeitler, not pneumonia. Oh, damn, you got pneumonia. At least that'll cure up. What's up, Wild Thing? But then there's a few years later, Baker Mayfield. Browns will get better. You guys will figure it out. It's just you're in a weird spot where you can't find a quarterback, and it is what it is. Gaskins, Connor would be interesting. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. Yeah, Connor would be a good low risk signing that you can incentivize. There's a lot of guys that are going to get incentives on their contracts this year, just to kind of offset giving them money. Yeah, Browns are doing good. Well, they have a window. They have like a 5-year window to win a Super Bowl, in my opinion. Then it shuts fucking slam shut. Like, because they're gonna run out of money. Like, but if they have a window to win the Super Bowl, 100%. It's wide open to get there and win one. Like, Baker's still on a good contract, and I have no idea if I feel like the city of Cleveland is giving this dude so much fucking money, and like the endorsements that come out of the state of Ohio have paid this guy so much money in an attempt so he doesn't rob this fucking team blind when he wants his contract. Like, dude, they've done everything they can to make sure he doesn't need giant money. They're like, come on, man, we've given you like 400 million in endorsements. We all remember, and now they're a fucking borderline Super Bowl team. Incredible rebuild to the Browns. You have to give them, like, that's incredible. It makes the Lions really just look bad. Best thing Baker can do is, yeah, Baker can't get hurt. Oh boy, if Baker gets hurt, that'll ruin his money. Dude, see, now for Dak, the best thing, ironically, that could have happened to him was getting hurt. And when he got hurt, I actually said, you can go back to when it happened. I was like, this could ironically, if the Cowboys are bad and like are bad, and like miss the playoffs or some shit, I was like, Dak could make more money than like ever before than he ever thought possible because the value, and we kind of had, everyone kind of was like, yeah, that makes sense. Here we are, and that's exactly what the fuck happened. And now, if Baker gets hurt, his money will shrink because there's a possibility a good backup, because they're loaded. The Browns are, including Baker. He's a very talented young quarterback. It's just, whew. Baker might get fucked in that contract. Play like an elite QB, you always have a shot. I do agree, though. Everyone thought guys like Rodgers and Wilson would win more, but then they got paid. Yeah, it does. Some guys get paid, and so I also believe that it's not a good idea to take as much money as you can as a quarterback, like Drew Brees, Rodgers, Wilson, because what happens when you do that is it makes the team around you become smaller and not as good. Peyton Manning understood that and didn't take as big a contracts. Tom Brady didn't take giant. I'm a little stunned that Mahomes did. I don't think Josh Allen might. I really don't think Josh Allen's going to. I wouldn't be stunned if Lamar Jackson takes a smaller contract, more total guaranteed money, less year-to-year money type. I wouldn't. There are certain guys where I would be like, oh yeah, it makes total sense. They understand how football works. No, the irony is now because they paid him, and yeah, that'd be a bitch if somebody gets hurt the year they get paid. That would be the bitch. Speaking of Dak, I think his contract is a little overpriced. I don't know if it's overpriced, knowing that the TV deal is going to be roughly like $100 billion. So I don't know, man. Like in 2 years, when the salary cap's back at like 215, or potentially, because it's already set up to go to 200 the following season, and then 215, then 230, and then it's back on its normal projection. It's just a year or two behind. So I mean, the salary cap is set to go way back up, way back up, way back up. Why'd you guys get shut down, Christopher? Against the Chiefs. Yeah, that was a bad one. Yeah, that's true. Wild Thing. Some guys feel like they need the money. Baker getting as close to the AFC Championship saved his job. It saved his job, but he also, he needs to You know, he needs to do, you know, he won some playoff games, so it's hard to go against it. Dumbass president. Yeah, that sucks. Sure, you'll be back open within a few weeks. Or is oil all done in the country? There's no more oil. We're shutting it all down. We're done with oil production in the United States. Because I could probably go up and see how many times things got shut down under Trump, and it's probably not zero. So, did you say the same things when things would go bad under Trump in your industry? I don't know. It feels like it's a lot of complaining. You know, like, and it's not like that, but like not like on your end. It just feels like a lot of people like ignore the things that like happened under Trump, and then the same things will happen under Biden. And then they go like, "Fucking Biden!" Like it's like, well, the same things have happened under Trump. Like when the fact that like they're like, "Oh, he's already bombing Syria." Are we forgetting Trump bombed Syria too? Like a lot. He bragged about it. He bragged about firebombing plate. Like, what was everything? Like, why were people on the right going like, I can't believe that they're bombing Syria already? Do we have selective memory? They're acting like Trump would never bomb nobody. He droned the shit out of people. I think he droned more than Obama did somehow, which is incredible to think about. I mean, they're all warmongers. That's what the U.S. is. We commit war on people. That's what we do as a country. Our number one export is shooting people who aren't from America. It's what we do. We're good at it. We're pretty effective at fucking shit up around. Not even winning. What are like? I don't even know the objective anymore. I think it's just to just be there and be annoying. Yeah, as we're number one in fucking shit up really good and just destabilizing the shit out of everything. I like America, don't get me wrong, but we're really good at that. I like that about America, actually. It really keeps everything on its toes. Exactly. Got to justify the military budget when you could push a lot of it to education. Made some money in Bitcoin. Oh, good job. Good job, man. Made some good dough and some coin. What'd you buy at? And what are you be able to sell at? Yeah, I like America's role because they also do my almost said the quiet part out loud, huh? Almost just said the part that gets every person like gets everyone a little. Almost said you guys do the bidding of Israel right for us, and we don't even have to do anything. You guys just take care of. I almost said the other parts out loud. Like I almost just kept going there. Very appreciative. We didn't even gotta we didn't have to deal with half of the shit. Pow. Just like that. Pow. Ain't even got no Iraq to deal with. It's like, damn, just good buddies. Like I said, I don't give a shit. It's kind of gross that Israel's still fucking around with Palestine. And they're getting more aggressive. People never going to support Israel if we keep fucking being like that to the Palestinian folk. If Pats resign Cam, what do you think Cam should do next season to keep him on that extension? Win and go and get in the playoffs again. Put us back in the playoffs. 100%. That's what Cam would have to do. Make the playoffs. I don't know what you just did, Maury. So why did just because someone is right leaning or left leaning doesn't mean they have to be exactly Wild Thing. That's how I do it. How I view it too. I think Cam, 100%. You give Cam the right receivers, like based on the next gen passing. If you go look at Cam's advanced analytics and next gen passing, advanced passing on Pro Football Reference, it's a stat site that keeps track of these things. Cam had a very good season. For what Cam Newton does, he had a very Cam Newton-esque season, minus like one statistic, and it was like touchdown to interception ratio. And that's literally 8-12. You know, that's the fucking 8 shit. We playing Mortal Kombat, and I just already sold it off. A Bitcoin is at like, oh wow. There you go. Hell yeah, Anonymous. I'm glad to see you made some internet money. Glad to hear it. I think it's hilarious. People are saying he should retire. To me, he's like Still number 11, 10 quarterback in the league. Yeah, Cam's fine. We need to get him some receivers. Per next gen passing stats, I can bring them up if you would like. He's literally playing every time. Have you tried no, I don't try funny ones. No, hold on. I can show you. I can show you what I'm talking about. Hold on. Here. And you have to remember the numbers are going to be kind of weird looking because it's Cam Newton and it's Cam. Where's next gen adjusted passing? This is a very important statistic because what adjusted passing is it's basically if you have good receivers, what would your numbers look like? So we look to Cam Newton's best years, right? Like 2015. So we go and look. All right, let's see how everything looked. He threw the ball a hell of a lot less, which explains a few things. Now, so he's only 13 points off of his yards per attempt index. Not bad. So that's not that down. And this is like this was what people would say, like he needs to retire after this season because it was so bad. Net yards attempt. So this is, net yards per attempt index was 108 the year he won MVP. It was 96 this year, which isn't that bad. 119 air yards per attempt, or adjusted yards per. Again, that's this stat is because of the receivers. That was pretty low. Cam is not a deep ball guy. Adjusted net yards per attempt, that's down from 89. That's pretty low. Completion percentage. Now look at this. Cam's completion percentage, 88 in his MVP season. Based on how bad our receivers were, he had a 106. And by the way, the numbers and the way this works, 100 is average, higher is better. So average in the league. So basically, if you look at Cam's numbers, he's basically doing about what Cam does. His touchdown rate was down because it was. Interception ratio was pretty normal. Look, dude, everyone's trying to tell me Cam don't have it, but like in a normal year for Cam Newton, like he had a pretty normal Cam year. Look at the averages. Do you have to consider averages? He had an MVP year, so these numbers stand way the fuck out. So look at his average numbers. It'll be 115, 117, 110, 95, 113, 94, 90, 100, 83, 100. Average year for this first stat. Yards per air attempt. Now let's go to the next one. 112, 113, 92, 89, 108, 91, 90, 101, 98. So above average, actually. This one, I would say, was a little below average at 91. This one at 89, a little below average. 106, way above average. Way above average. Listen, at 98, 80, this is completion percentage. 98, 89, 100, 85, 88, 61, 85, 117, 66, 106. So, like, when you look at numbers like this, you have to consider, is Cam bad? Oh, the taxes are out of the world? Oh, no. No, I think if you actually give this dude some wide receivers, his numbers look way better. Compared to this, he had above average for a normal Cam Newton season almost across the board if he actually would have had something to work with. And that's why you also have to consider advanced analytics and not just paper. You see the 8 touchdowns, you go, well, that's awful. He sucks now. Cam Newton isn't any good. Yeah, but like compare it to a normal adjusted. Do this. You can do a lot of quarterbacks look a lot better when you do this, by the way. Yeah, Cam didn't play and Cam. No, wait, what? Cam basically, he didn't play in 2019 and he missed some of 18. Yeah, exactly. Cam's crazy. Rodgers, yeah, Rodgers is really good too. Yeah, as much as I may not like Rodgers, he's a monster. His numbers, when you look at his numbers and they're all adjusted, you're just like, oh shit, it's like Mahomes, dude. It's just like Pat, dude. Pat's numbers are all like 130 and shit. It's really funny. He's so much better than everybody. You want to know? Let's look at some. Let's look at some guys who have funny numbers. Let's go Tom. Let's look at what Tom's adjusted numbers look like because they're probably just as hilarious. Some of these dudes have hilarious numbers. Look at this. Jesus Christ. Everything's just above 100. This is last year. 107, 114, 111, 116, 106, 119, 105, 124, 113. Last year with the Patriots, 87. See, this is a sign that the Patriots weren't that good. 87, 94, 95, 99, 85, 89, 117, 117, 94. Brady played better. What? What? Cam played better than Brady did? Wait. Huh? A lot of those numbers were better for Cam Newton, weren't they? Some of them a little worse. Wait, Cam played almost as well as Tom did in 2020 and as Tom did in 2019? Oh, these numbers really hurt, don't they? They really fuck people's heads up when you really consider that. Yeah, it's the Patriots offense that fucked Cam up. Tom's just slightly better at quarterback, like better at quarterback. Not surprised. It had nothing to do with Cam last year. I'm telling you, because look at a normal year for Tom. Let's look at 2007, dude. Look at this. 130, 132, 142, 142, 129, 153, 126. Dude, this is hilarious. Let's look at Patty Whack. Let's go look at old Pat. Doesn't that blow your mind though I'm always right about why the hell old boy didn't do as well? Let's go look. Adjusted passing. He's not been in the league that long. Yeah, pretty good. 134, 134, 136, 109, 144, 105, 117. Mahomes has gotten technically, I mean, if you want to be technical, he's gotten worse every year. Except his completion percentage has been about the same. Touchdown went back up. Interception went way up. I'm not going to say anything, but he's been getting worse. It's technically regression. I don't know. I won't say that that's regression, but that's technically what that is. I don't know. The fact that the Pats almost went 9-7 this season shows that Bill still got. Yeah, we'll be fine. Patriots will be just fine. But yeah, this is fun to look at adjusted passing to see how guys are actually doing. And Mahomes is still great, but he's regressing from that great season as teams figure him out a little bit. Dirty Rob is sus. Why am I sus? Guy had 1 year, and yeah, dude, Cam's hilarious. We can look at Rodgers. Rodgers probably has fun numbers to look at too. Aaron. It'll be fine. Not like the Chiefs paid Mahomes $500 million or anything. Yeah, no, not. I wouldn't be worried if I paid a guy $500 million and his numbers are technically regressing. Whatever. Oh Jesus, dude. Yeah, look at some of these fucking numbers by this guy. Dude, what the fuck? Look at his MVP 144, 139, 150, 147, 127, 153. Yeah, we know this though about Rodgers. Some of these seasons are wild, dude. Yeah, that 2017 season was complete. It was hilarious, and so was 16. Yeah, dude, his 2011 season, he went absolutely fucking ballistic. All right, have a good night, Christopher. Hello, hey McKenna, how's it going? Wait, did somebody come in here? Oh, what's up, Beantown breakdown? I don't want to read that out loud because I don't like reading interpersonal fights. But what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. 7-9. He could have gone 9-7. Yeah, they could have gone easily 9-7 though, in a couple little flips. I think 2011 season was when we went 15-1. I think you're right. I think you guys won the Super Bowl that year. Or was it 2010 you won it and then you lost? Yeah, I think that's what it was, right? You won it. I fucking hate the way the Super Bowl sits. You won it in 2011, but it was the 2010 season. Yeah, 100% Tail. I think Bill's buying a Super Bowl. It really feels like it. Bill had got the first piece of his, he's collecting the Infinity Stones, about ready to release the Inner Thanos. We have that joke running here. The first one was getting Trent Brown back. The next one is Van Noy. And then we got guys like, like Galladay is going to be like the last one or something, hopefully. It's and then he's gonna snap and kill half the league. It is what it is. Like half these teams are broke as shit. There's only like 6 or 7 teams that can spend any money, and like 4 of them are complete dumpster fires. Like my favorite thing, by the way, has been the delusion of New York Jets fans right now. Right? There is nothing funnier to me than the New York Jets right now. Dude, go to Jets Twitter. They think they're getting Galladay. They think they're getting every top free agent is like automatically a Jet. They're like, well, Joe Douglas is signing them. We're like, we're getting everybody because we have Joe Douglas. Yeah, that's me being very silent because it's mind blowing. Doug, these are non-ironic people. They're like, we're gonna get Galladay. We're probably gonna get this guy. We're probably gonna get Henry, Jonu Smith, Bud Dupree. We're probably gonna get everybody, dude. It's like they're more delusional than Eagles fans at the trade deadline. Yeah, they think Joe Douglas is the greatest GM on the planet Earth. The guy they were spitting on at the start of the season last year, they love now. They think he's like going to bring everybody in. Yeah, the guy that let Gase just run wild like he was the fucking Hulk Hogan. Like it was Hulkamania on the Jets, and fucking Gase was letting it. Yeah, dude, it was terrible. Yeah, they think they're getting Watson. They think they're going to have every good player, dude. The Jets are the most delusional fan base in all of football, and they deserve when they listen. You know what they're going to do? They're going to try to trick everybody because they're going to sign a bunch of garbage. They're going to overpay everybody. They're going to overpay Aaron Jones, right? They probably get Aaron Jones, right? And they're going to think, fucking Super Bowl, here we come, because they're going to get Aaron Jones, Jared Cook, the tight end from the Saints. They're going to get Romeo Okwara, and they're gonna get fucking Juju Smith-Schuster, and this fucking team. You can like record this. They're gonna get like those guys, and the Jets fans are gonna be like, "Fucking here we go, dude." And then they're gonna give away Sam Darnold to like the fucking Patriots or some shit for like a 5th-round draft pick. It's literally what the Jets. They're literally gonna give us Sam Darnold because they're so fucking stupid. It is when you know the Jets, you know they're gonna give away Darnold for nothing. Draft Zach Wilson, and then he's gonna be a monstrous bust. It's gonna be one of the greatest hilarities of my life because they're gonna try to tell us signing Jared Cook, Juju Smith-Schuster, Romeo Okwara, and Aaron Jones means a Super Bowl. It's gonna be so funny, man. Yeah, Jared Cook just is a bum. But dude, the Jets fans will delude themselves into thinking they just stole free agency. They'll like hold themselves like they'll be beating their stupid Jets chest, thinking like they're like the smartest, best team and shit. And then when they start the season 0-6, they're gonna be like, oh fuck, we suck again. What is this, Robert Salah? And like that's the problem. I feel bad for Salah. He doesn't realize nobody wants to go play for the motherfucking Jets. Like if you have the option of playing for the Colts, Jaguars, Patriots, Browns, like who are you going to pick? Or Miami? Are you really going to go play for the Jets? Like you can look at the Colts and Miami and be like, those are good teams. So are the Browns. The Jaguars have Trevor Lawrence. That's the fucking Patriots. They very well could be trying to buy a Super Bowl. Who the hell is going to pick the Jets? Like, dog, that's like they're gonna have to overpay, like overpay guys. If they only care, it's money. Yeah, if they want to get paid, they're gonna go to the Jets. Like Aaron Jones might go to the Jets. I would not be stunned about that. Juju's probably gonna be a Jet. He's gonna try to get his bitch ass over to New York. And I'm telling you, dude, these Jets fans are gonna delude. They're gonna try and talk all their shit about how it's their year. Dude. The Jets fans are gonna act like they are the best team in that division. By the way, what's up, Karam? They're going to act like the Bills aren't going to be the favorites to win it. The Dolphins aren't going to be a playoff team. The Patriots are the worst team. They think the Patriots are the worst team in the division. Jets fans do. Yeah, he was saying some crazy shit, Teo. Like, it's like, you do realize, like, we went 7-9 in a rebuild year with no talent on the team. And if we fix all the talent, we arguably could be the Patriots. Cam Newton, man. That's the best option. We were going over this a little bit, Beantown. Hold on, let me go back. Let's go back to Brady. So look at Brady here, right? We all know Brady, GOAT, one of the greatest. So when you look at adjusted passing, it's a very important statistic to keep in mind because it adjusts to what receivers are. Look at Brady's dip with the receivers that Cam Newton used this year. Look at how bad he played in 2019. Now we go back to Cam. You can pause it and look really quick. Cam played better than Tom did in his year with New England. The last year that Tom was in New England, Cam technically played better, dude. Like, by the basics of these analytics, Cam had a better season. He produced 20 touchdowns total rushing, about what, like 4 to 8 behind Brady last year. So it's not as crazy as you might think. No, I think Cam would be our best option. He knows the playbook the best. What we do if we bring in another young quarterback is we have to relearn the offense. So you know how we looked like the most basic, kind of simplistic offense the first like 6 weeks of the season. That is repeated if we bring in another new quarterback. I'd rather have Cam with a set of new receivers where he can know the offense, kind of get the feelings down. I don't think we're going to get Fitzpatrick or Jimmy G, man. Not at all. Number one, the 49ers have no interest in moving on from him. No, the whole team wants Cam back. Yeah, the whole team literally wants Cam back, and so does Bill. He's like good, okay, so I get the desire of Jimmy G and everything, and I get the storyline. The 49ers are not trading him. Like, they've like openly stated, like every person at the 49ers level has basically come out and said, we're not taking Jimmy G trades. Shanahan, the owner, fucking John Lynch, none of them are moved. They don't want him. They may take a quarterback, but they're not giving Jimmy up. They literally, like, he got hurt last year. Well, you're just going to move on from a guy who put you in a Super Bowl when he was healthy and the team was healthy? No, man. I get the injury concerns, so you draft a guy. But moving on entirely from a guy who put you in the Super Bowl, I get it. He game managed you there, but, like, what the fuck else do the 49ers have as an option? There's not a ton of guys available at quarterback like we were kind of thinking there would be. What, are they going to run CJ Beathard and win 6 games again? Are they going to run Nick Mullins and win 4 or 5 games? Oh, okay, so he didn't beat the Saints in one of his games. Like, dude, did he make mistakes in those games that cost them the win? What happened to that defense in that Super Bowl? Gave up 21 points in the fourth quarter? Super Bowl, Jimmy choked. What about the defense giving up 21 points in the fourth quarter? Wild thing. Yeah, okay, cool. About all that. They were up 21-10. Jimmy had done his goddamn job, and then all of a sudden the defense choked. Jimmy's a goddamn game manager. We all know that. Jimmy's not a 50 touchdown. No, he's a game manager, and he's very good at that. When you're a run-first offense, like the 49ers are and always will be under Kyle Shanahan, guess what? Jimmy G's the best quarterback. Like, he doesn't really fuck up. The interceptions were a little troubling, but I don't think Newton is coming back. Bill is going to get crucified if he signs Newton. Plus, Newton has nothing left, in my opinion. Beantown, based on what? None of that's true. Like, none of that's true. But okay. Who is he supposed to throw to? Yeah, Jimmy G is the best option for the 49ers to win games. Yeah, he did. Yeah, you can win. They literally went all the way to the Super Bowl, and then their defense choked. Yeah, they were going to game manage themselves and win a Super Bowl if their defense didn't fucking blow the game against the Chiefs. Dude, they gave up 21 in the fourth. Their defense gave up 21 in the fourth. Like, it was like 2-minute drives and shit. I watched the Super Bowl happen. Jimmy G was going to game manage his ass to a Super Bowl ring all on his own. Yes, he was. Yeah, they will be that good again. They're better than they were. They have a better offense than they did that year that they went to the Super Bowl. Their defense, just as fucking good. If they can get some defensive backs, better, actually, because they don't have ancient Richard Sherman anymore, getting dusted by everybody a little quicker than him. Yeah, I think, dog, they should, if they're healthy, they're my favorites to win the NFC. Like, I'll put them in the NFC title game confidently. I don't know about winning against Brady. We'll see. But yeah, dude, they're like the best team in the NFC when they're fully healthy. They with that garbage fucking situation they had last year, they won like 6 or 7 games. So how'd they do that? Sherm's old. That's all the problem with Sherm is he's getting old and he's got bad Achilles, dog. He was getting dusty. He got dusted out there, man. But it's smart. They finally put him in his own coverage as a little bit older, and he played way better this last year. Exactly, dude. When the 49ers are fully healthy, they're like one of the best teams in football, man. They're like a weird good team that can win go 500 without like anyone healthy. Like their like practice squad was whooping on teams from time to time. It was very impressive. Well, there's 17 games, so your record is shit. But Kinlaw was really good as a rookie too, despite everybody around him being hurt. You do realize they still have like Fred Warner, they still have Nick Bosa. Like they got Nick Bosa. Like I like dude, like their best defender is Nick Bosa. The 17's happening. Are you forgetting that they also have Nick Bosa on the defensive line? Literally one of the best. Like they got rid of DeForest Buckner. No, they didn't swap Buckner for Kinlaw. By the way, you have that completely backwards. Bosa replaced Kinlaw, or Bosa replaced Buckner. They got rid of DeForest Buckner because they went, holy fuck, look how good this Bosa kid is. Get out of here, DeForest. We're not gonna fucking pay you what you want. No. We're just gonna pay this kid. Get out. They got rid of him. Yeah, because they got Bosa. They didn't need two defense. Right? They don't need. Bosa plays the same position as DeForest. There's no need for two of the same position. And guess what? Bosa's way cheaper for a couple years. Yeah, everybody hates Nick. He's a weirdo, really conservative guy, whatever. That's his own. I don't care about politics. We get it. We know that Bosa probably cried on election night. All right. We know. Maybe, but they're going to pay Bosa. Yeah, because they could. They're not. No. Paying Armstead had nothing to do with Nick Bosa and any of those guys. No, they got rid of DeForest because they were like, we're not going to pay this motherfucking guy because we have Nick Bosa, and there is no reason to keep DeForest big ass contract. And guess what? He would have did shit all if DeForest got hurt too. You were acting like DeForest didn't make him look better too. Like, dog, they don't need two Nick Bosas on the defensive line. You don't need to pay. Like when you get a guy like Bosa, the starter you can get rid of that's going to cost a lot of money a season when you can have the cheap rookie. Like, dog, it's business. Bosa replaced him because he's better. Like Bosa's better than DeForest Buckner. If you're building the team, you'd look at Bosa and be like, he's going to be my start in the end. He looks really good. Just like you'd look at Donald and be like, I want him at tackle. That little fucking solid piece of poop built like a brick shit house. I like Fred Warner a lot. I always love the Niners linebackers. Yeah, Niners have like an eye for great linebackers. It's really awesome. Patrick Willis is a great example. They also got a couple insane guys who play for one guy who like plays for the Cowboys. Now he lost his mind. Yeah, I think Jason McCourty's gone. I think McCourty's testing the free agency. They didn't need to. Why do you think they needed to keep Bosa, who play or the fucking DeForest when Bosa plays the exact same position? Because that's your argument. You're basically saying they needed to keep Buckner. Why? So Bosa can sit on the bench. Hell yeah, dude. That's what I would do too. I'd keep Bosa on the bench. That's probably the best thing for Bosa. The guy who almost won Defensive Player of the Year as a rookie, literally almost won it over Gilmore, but. Yeah, Willis almost got in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. Willis is great, dude. He'll probably get in eventually. It's tough for him. Buckner was a DT. Doesn't Bosa play DT too? Like, don't they slide him all over that fucking line? And I won't swear to this, but I know Bosa's an edge rusher, but like, didn't they put Bosa at tackle for like half the goddamn season anyway? Like I won't, I would swear to that actually. Like, doesn't he move like with the Niners? I watched a lot of their games. He plays inside a lot. Like, dude, I'm pretty sure Bosa is like they play Bosa at tackle quite often for the 49ers. I'm gonna look something up. Hold on. I'm trying to find on-field positioning stuff. The dog, that's like literally right up the. Give me 1 sec. I'm trying to actually find the right. I'm reading something really quick. Give me just a quick second. Yeah, I have one example of. I'm pretty sure that's Bosa in the inside. But I don't want to be like, I found one example, but like, this wouldn't be an uncommon alignment. I can't tell it because it's Buckner here. They don't have this other guy circled, but they have Cassius Marsh obviously playing one of the ends. They have Eric Armstead at the other end. They have Buckner here. Hold on, let me put the screen on there. And I've made sure this is with him. Hold on, let me see. Where the fuck is he? Okay, so unless they don't have him at this point, but they have Sherm. Like, Sherm's right there. So I really don't know what the fuck team this would be. Like, that looks like a 5 and a 7. I can't see the other side of the number, and the fucking red line has the guy's arm. But like I said, if they use him at tackle, I wouldn't be fucking stunned, dude. You do realize Bosa is very versatile, right? And that's like one of the reasons they drafted him here. John Lynch made it clear that Bosa was the player they most coveted, stating, I think the evolution process, two players in our minds really separated themselves from the pack, and it was Bosa and defensive tackle Quinnen Williams. And those were the players, and I think ultimately we had those guys ranked even kind of extremely evenly. Then you kind of look at where your biggest need, and Nick was that piece we could still use, another edge guy. Now, it's clear that they looked at him as an edge guy. But I also remember that quote. I was like, so they might use him at tackle because it's kind of that I wouldn't say he's like a dead end. You want snap count per position? Well, go fuck yourself. But like that clearly looks like a setup where they would use the linebacker down. But again, you know what I mean? That's what I mean. But again, and I'm telling you, getting the arrival of that dude is the reason they got rid of that. I mean, as much as you may not want to believe me, but Bosa is why they got rid of Buckner. I mean, I'm sure he could play DT in the system because they all rush. They never got. That's literally look at DeForest Buckner. He literally built the same as Bosa. Bosa's extreme. Like that's my only argument is I don't think Bosa's like they got rid of Buckner because they don't need him. Like he became expendable, extremely expendable with a guy like Bosa coming onto the team, and then they draft Kinlaw. Like they really don't need any more. Like they didn't need to pay him. They have the guy that can penetrate the line and eat triple coverage. Like what? And yeah, I get it. DeForest is good, but it's not like he's Aaron Donald. Like it's not like he's gonna like when you put Bosa on the line was starting to pay more attention to DeForest, right? Or no, they went to Bosa. As the season went on, who was the guy getting the coverage? It was fucking Bosa. Yeah, Donald plays a lot of end, but no one ever listens to that. Everyone's like, no, he's a defensive tackle, dude. That's all he plays is DT. They only play one position. Dog, sometimes they don't even line up in like the same line formations. I don't know. I've seen Trey Flowers play tackle before, so I don't know. I guess I'm just used to New England where I think like, yeah, that's their position, but what the fuck does that mean? Like, I see guys line up at different. I don't know. But again, my argument is though the reason they lost a guy like DeForest is because they didn't need him. You look at that defensive line and be like, they still need DeForest Buckner. When everybody's healthy on that line, they still need like dog. They don't need that. They don't need 7 good defensive linemen. At some point, it's like we're overpaying for this position. Like this is overpay. Why are we paying this much? Because now they will have to pay. Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna pay DeForest and not pay Nick Bosa in the future? Is that what do you do there? What's your solution for that situation? Because I don't think you can afford both those contracts in the future. DeForest is, and then now you're gonna have to pay Nick Bosa. That's another actual issue. Like, how do you pay what will be that defensive line at some point? Play safety and linebacker. Yeah, like the Isaiah Simmons too. But yes, Cam Newton to the other guy. Cam Newton's the guy. I'm very proud of myself. I didn't drop as many retards or idiots in that as I used to when I used to debate people or try to. Unless I was and I just wasn't paying attention. Was I? Was I being actually pretty civil? What do you guys say? Was that a pretty civil back and forth for me? I'm trying not to call people names anymore when I argue. I'm trying not to call people retarded anymore. Apparently that's not so good no more. Flowers usually moved up and down. Yeah, they move him up. Like Flowers plays basically every position. He can play left edge, right edge, tackle, nose tackle. Yeah, I know. I didn't call anybody any kinds of fucking foul languages. I was just arguing the statistics. I got to do that more because it feels better when you don't scream at people and make people probably feel bad. Yeah, I wouldn't mind taking Trask. No, I think they could draft somewhere in the middle. That's where I think they will actually. No, I've been saying all along. Yeah, somewhere in the middle of the draft, they might like the 4th round. They might try grab quarterback. Yeah, like that. There's that Kellen Mond. I think would be a good option to sit behind a guy like Cam. I think there are a couple good guys. You could get a Kyle Trask later, hopefully. I just got back in, so I couldn't look up his stats in Indianapolis. Oh, who was that? I'm sorry. Oh, Buckner. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't snap and call anyone any names there. I feel I'm woke now. Mike's like, I'm just done with it. Don't even. We'll see with Cam though. I hope I'm not wrong. I hope I'm not on that one. If I am, I mean, like if we sign somebody else, it's not exactly like a bad thing. I'm not gonna be like, damn it. I wanted Cam so bad. I just think that's like our best option. But if we sign somebody else, it's not like I'll be upset. Uh, but yeah, Chicago really franchised me in. Very stupid move, I would have to say. I hope it's a sign and trade for Allen. Dude, he doesn't want to play there. It's so fucked they did that. This dude was like, tweeting constantly about being excited for free agency and shit. And the Bears really said, no, you're not like a free agent, though. I don't know what you're talking about. Like literally, that's my favorite thing is like the Bears putting the franchise tag is literally like if you go read Allen Robinson's Twitter, he was so fucking excited. No, dog. Remember, he was ready to test free agency. He was talking all this shit like about. Are you glad he's going to be in free agency? No, I don't. I don't remember. I remember him being excited about free agency, getting to control his own destiny and shit like that. Do you not remember those weird fucking Allen Robinson being really excited? That's why everybody thought he was out in Chicago so hard. That's why everyone's like, "Where's he going to go? Where's he going to go?" Like I remember he was like extremely excited. Was he not? Like I remember him posting like, "Hey, I'm ready to be courted. I'm ready to fucking get treated." Like he was ready, dude. I felt so bad for Allen Robinson, dog. Yeah, I think he likes Chicago. Yeah, no, Chicago's a great place. I think he probably likes the Bears, dude. Nobody hates the Bears, like except like people who don't root for them. Like they're a hard team to hate. I would have to argue. Buckner over Armstead. Armstead is a DE, but Buckner is more impactful. I'm talking like before they pick Kinlaw. Now it would be different. I feel you. But like again, I think their primary focus was we got to save. We have to make a cut somewhere. Somewhere we're gonna have to make this move, and I think they just made it early. He like tweet about Galladay about not being tagged by the Lions. Yeah, exactly. He did not want to be tagged. Poor Galladay's just like, we out. Fucking poor Robinson, dog. Galladay, New England, where champions are made. Y'all don't got the money to compete with us. Third in their latest mock. I wouldn't be stunned, dude. There's no way we get Kyle Pitts in New England. I've given up dreams. I've given up my Kyle Pitts dreams in New England. I've already moved on to Jonas Smith. The only issue for a lot of you broke ass team. Oh, dude, I'd laugh too. Wild thing. If he signed with the Jets, I'd laugh my balls off. But we got more money than a lot of teams, and there's already lots of reports that Bill is willing to spend reckless on some good receivers. That was from Boston 98.5 account website. That kind of just reads like clickbait, but basically they say they have sources, so they're lying. But if we can get a wide receiver that drops, that'd be cool too. Yeah, Amir, I get that they said that, but like, name one team that needs a receiver that isn't going to control considerable interest in fucking Kenny Galladay. The Bears, or not the Bears, the Packers probably are going to try to look into that. Every team that needs a wide receiver. Literally every team is probably like, oh, fuck, Kenny Galladay, really? Ooh. Yeah, dog. He's probably the best receiving option in the free agency. I want to give the pitch dream up, but there are so many QB needy teams. I hope, Mike. You're giving me back my hope a little bit. Yeah, dog. Bill will go like 25 mil, and everyone will just be like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, I know. Tail greatest of the 2020 draft stories. Juju. Yeah, I'm good on Juju. He stinks. Corey Davis. I bet Davis will sign a bargain deal for some team. Yeah, I could see that wild thing. Or the Jets will overpay Corey. Juju's going to the Jets probably for some hilarious amount of money. Shit. I'd rather have Will Fuller. I don't know. I'd rather have John Brown than Corey Davis. I think they're about the same receiver. Yeah, Juju isn't. Do you want him to be your team's number one wide receiver? No, Jets are just stupid and overpay players that aren't worth the money that they are asking for. See, I don't know if I don't mean like Juju doesn't stink. I just think Juju stinks for the amount of money that he's going to be demanding in free agency. Like he overvalues himself, and it's going to be very evident come free when he's demanding contracts. I'm telling you. Yeah, dude, the Jets are probably that's my guess is the Jets get Aaron Jones. Yeah, 100%. And they're going to pay Juju like fucking 17 million a season, which is probably right about what Juju sees himself as. Brown and Fuller would be deadly for New England. Yeah, he does. Yeah, it would. Juju to the Cardinals. Cardinals don't need any receivers. They need offensive line, Namir. What up, Kenny? If the Cardinals sign wide receivers, dude, I feel like Kyler's gonna fucking have an aneurysm. They're like, hey, I need an offensive line, and they went and got we signed JJ Watt. Is that offensive line? No, that's defensive line. You dumb motherfuckers. I said, get me an offensive line. I'm 5'2". We don't need any corners. Cards need offensive line and Patrick Peterson replacement. We're gonna get Patrick Peterson. We're good in New England with defensive backs. Because technically, if we just want to keep J.C. Jackson and Gilmore, we just keep them. Like, J.C. is a restricted free agent. I don't think Peterson's washed. I just think the Cardinals have no idea how to use players correctly. Plus, the Cardinals just kind of got weird after he got busted for steroids for some reason. They quit using the guy. It was very strange. Julio probably just in Atlanta. What are they gonna do? Like who's the only way they can? Hey, Teo, here's a fun fact: nobody's gonna fucking pay for Julio Jones's contract, so he's just gonna be cut or nowhere. He's gonna be Atlanta. They're gonna have to figure out a way to restructure them deals because nobody's gonna take Julio's contract. Like literally zero teams will. Not even like nobody was. What is that, like 28 million a season for fucking Julio Jones? Doesn't he have like a crazy fucking cap number? I don't know. Probably like the fucking like the Rams, like a Super Bowl winning team. A team that could win the Super Bowl that season, like the Bucks. Maybe like the 49ers. I really don't know. Like I just trying to think of like immediate Super Bowl team. Honey Badger walk. I think they like Baker, but I mean Tyron is such a game changer. Yeah, they're dumb, dude. The Cardinals are a dumb team. I don't understand letting Peterson walk. They just stopped using him too. Like it was weird. They just kind of stopped fucking using Peterson. He's so good, dude. I get Buddha is really, really good, and he kind of started playing well. Yeah, cap at 182.5. Let me look up. Let me look that up. Actually, I'm very curious. Who are we talking about again? Julio Jones. Let me see something. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass. Maybe it's not like that bad of a deal. Oh, whoa, yeah, no, this ain't cuttable, dude. Teo, this ain't cuttable, dog. They'd be down 15. That's $38 million in dead cap, dude. No. Yeah, this ain't tradable. This is not tradable. What the fuck is this? Oh my god, dude. His cap hits 23 this season, dude. Nobody's gonna pay for that this year. They're fucked. They can't cut him, dude. They can't do anything about this. We have to look up Matt Ryan now, dude. Dude, no, if they cut Julio, how would they owe $0? They owe him 38 million in dead cap. That's 38 million dead cap. It would eliminate 38 million off their cap. Or at least 15. No, yeah, 38. The only year they could cut him where it wouldn't kill them would be next year when it's 15 million to cut him instead of the 19 it would cost to keep him. Oh, holy shit, dude. Yeah, because they haven't paid much of this contract. Oh, wow, dude. That's a bad contract, dude. Yeah, I don't know. Is this tradable? Oh, dude. I mean, maybe you can back structure it if you trade for him and like get that down. Like, there's probably ways you could move because it's like not that much money. It's 23, 19, and 19. It's not like you could fucking crazy restructure everything. The signing bonus only goes, the base salary only even goes down $4 million, dude. Not even. Signing, but the options all stay the same. Yeah, and 2023 they can get out with 7.75. Jesus. Maybe I missed this, but with Fields falling, assuming there's no doubt he's the second best quarterback. Trey Lance might be the better quarterback. He probably doesn't look good throwing the ball. Yeah, like let's go look at maybe Matt Ryan's more tradable. Let's see, or this dumb bitch ass Matt Ryan. Nope. Nope. No, nope. Yeah, and 20, dude, they're both they're fucked with both of them for the same amount of. How did they do that? How did they do that, dude? No, dude, it's not that they're worse. It's just hilarious that they're tied together for the same amount of years, dude. Oh, hold on. I think after this year they can there's an out on his contract. Yep. They can get out for 26 million in dead cap in 2022, dude. Holy fuck. Why did they give these contracts to these two? Like, I get it, but like, whew. Julio Jones in Atlanta, but it's the 10th, not the 11th. It's the 10th in Atlanta. Really? Because he ran a pro style offense with those guys. It wasn't one of those normal Buckeyes QB. You will see. I think he'll be all right, but I think the rise of Trey Lance and the expected play of Lance is going to put him at 2, and I think that's the correct way. Yeah, the Falcons are basically going to have to, like, if they trade him, it'd be like a miracle trade for Julio to like the Dolphins. Like, it'd be like a team like the Dolphins going, fuck it. Let's go get Julio Jones. Fuck these losers. But you know what sucks? The Falcons can't ask for anything. Like, give us like a 7th. Give us a conditional 5th or 6th or something. Because this is a contract move. If you want to move Julio, let's go back to Julio really quick. If you just want to move Julio's contract, right? Which you could probably do because Julio probably has a couple years left of good play, even though he's in his 10th year as a wide receiver. So he's getting kind of old. I could see like a team like the Dolphins. See, I don't know because I feel like Julio might do like if he got traded to the right team, he might do a fucking restructure. Just to stay on Atlanta, there's no way he's going to wind up playing there. No, Wilson's a bust too. You can have more than one bust in the NFL, and Wilson's another one. Why wasn't he team captain as a senior? I can't get past that, Teo. I know that might be weird for some people to not get past. But like, what's up with that? Does anybody know why this dude wasn't like? Was he on like a mission trip when they were like, dude, like? Because if that's the case, that's a different story. He just missed the voting and maybe asked to not be voted. But like, why was he not voted team captain? Isn't that a little alarming to anybody? High floor, low ceiling. I'll look it up. Let's see why. I'll look it up real quick. Hold on. Why wasn't Zach Wilson? Okay, here we go. Why is your quarterback, who is going to be probably second in the past, why is he not the captain of your team? Um, and then Ted Johnson said that's a red flag. Well, that's was so you don't have that problem when you're talking about Zach, when you're talking about Mac Jones. I mean, he's clearly the leader of that group. He might not have been the best player of that group, okay, but he is the most important he's at the most important. Mac Mac Jones was actually the captain of his team, is what he's basically saying. Why the fuck is it? This is just them talking about it. At the start of the season, 8 BYU. Okay, so basically, here we go. I found a Reddit post. I don't know how good this is. At the start of the season, 8 BYU players were voted to be team captain, 4 offensive, 4 defensive. Yet Zach, who had already been the starting QB for the past 2 seasons, was not chosen to be one. What happened with the first one? There's other character problems, apparently. Because he was on a leadership council, but he wasn't a team captain. What the fuck? Nobody knows the story or something. See, he replaced somebody eventually as the team captain, which means that wasn't his initial. Dog, this team captain shit actually could just like fuck this dude's career up and could be the biggest nothing burger ever. Drafted in the first round. That after 28 was that Brandon Whedon. I remember him. I don't know. Maybe I think he just gives off a bad energy to guys in the locker room. Empty numbers last season before he got hurt. Dude was throwing. Yeah, but that was more on his defense. Yeah, no, that's exactly why people are soured off of Mr. Fields. Yep, 100%. It's Ohio State. If he was still at Georgia, nobody would be really talking about that shit. I don't think. Gotta remember, he wasn't exactly an Ohio State quarterback. He just went there after, he transferred there. So however that makes you feel, that can make you feel better, it can make you feel worse. And technically, Joe Burrow's an Ohio State quarterback, right? He only played at LSU for what, a season? Unless it was 2 seasons. If he was there for 2 seasons, I'll say he was an LSU guy. But wasn't he transfer portal 1 year at LSU? He might be 2. He might have sat there for a season and learned. But if I'm not mistaken, wasn't he a transfer portal guy? Like he could immediately he went through the portal so he could immediately start at LSU, and that's was he a year in development and then started? Oh no, he had that one weird bad year he had a bad year that his first year. All right, that's hard. That's a 50-50, I guess. I forgot. Yeah, he played one really, really bad year for LSU. Or some bad games in 1 year, and I don't know. His rise was really fast. He was like bad, and then he was like the best college player ever, and now he's in the NFL. It's fucking crazy. He's one of those things where life comes at you fast. I'm Joe Burrow. Wow. Got no ACL. His rise has been meteoric, and then it ends with him blowing his fucking entire knee out. Yeah, I'm just saying. Technically, he is an Ohio State recruit, though. You know what I mean? That's my argument. He's technically an OSU recruit. Technically, some technicality. Actually, Ohio State recruited him, so actually, he is Ohio State scum. Sorry, liberal. You guys see this liberal all triggered? My facts and logic. I got this liberal frosting at the mouth, guys. I won. Who's the best QB making school? Right now, I have no idea. Like historically, it'd be Michigan, right? Like they made Brady. Yeah, I do. I remember those two, Mike. The Fields could go number 1. Yeah, I remember that shit. That was hilarious. Yeah, I make me laugh too, man. Fucking liberals. They just did the most to end poverty since the Great Depression. Fucking liberals. Since the New Deal. Fucking liberals. Again. Anyway. But after Brady, the second best is Gerbach. Yeah, I know. It's weird. So I don't know. Oklahoma is notorious. Like Oklahoma is a good QB school. Clemson's a good QB school lately. Oklahoma is consistently pretty goddamn solid, though. I don't know. USC is a good quarterback school because they seem to churn them out. UCLA is pretty good at producing quarterbacks. Notre Dame puts a lot of good ones out. Actually, it's the guy that is the nerd. Nah, Cal has like a weird, decent history of random just spur quarterbacks. Hell yeah. Yeah, their lack of logic that is popular with 75% of the country. I like conservative logic. Something is popular with 75% of the country. I'm gonna say no, fuck that for some reason. Because a liberal wrote it. That's conservative logic. That doesn't get you reelected, by the way. I don't understand why any of those conservatives voted no like that. It's like you do realize like 75% of the country wants that, right? That looks real bad. That's not good logic. If I was a conservative, knowing that we're still gonna lose, our side loses anyway, I would just voted yes. I'd been like, well, I'm voting yes. Why? Because I'm gonna use this to my advantage against anyone who primaries me. Bradford was more of like an injury prone bust. I don't know, like with injury prone guys, I don't know if I like to put them in like the same category as like a Jamarcus Russell, a Johnny Manziel, the guys who are just busts, you know, like that Ryan Leaf. Like at least with what's up, Trevor? At least with the guy like Bradford, there was like an actual like, wow, this guy could be. Oh, he's hurt again. Oh, he's looking. Oh, he's hurt again. Darnold was just made of glass. I grew up in a very yeah, I know, Ian. It's fucking wild, dude. And they all live in like the thumb part. It's crazy when you find out about it. God damn, dude. Yeah, I know. You grow up thinking you're in a rich state full of rich abolition history. That's just a little racist. But then it's what it is. Fuck. I think so too. Better situation, better environment. Good locker room, good head coach. Very pro player organization. That kind of can help a guy. Yeah, no, Washington's might not even have the same owner next season. Yeah, have an offensive line to have some time to throw it. Russell had the tools, but he was lazy. Guy didn't give a shit. You hear the story where the Raiders gave him empty tapes and he said he watched them. Yeah, I remember that. It was hilarious. He made up like an intricate story about the tapes too. It was hilarious. He could have basically went, there wasn't shit on there, dude. I didn't see anything on there. I don't know what the fuck I was looking at. That would have been a better fucking lie. And they'd have been like, oh, okay, so you did look them. You noticed there wasn't, we were hoping you'd actually watch those. Not on those. Yeah, that was good. I didn't know what the fuck. I thought I maybe broke them. I'd have lied. I'd have lied my way out of that situation. I've been like, yeah, I don't know what were you wanting me to look at? You just handed me tapes. I wasn't exactly sure what I was like looking at. And then it'd be like, well, there wasn't anything on there. Yeah, I know. That's why I was confused. It was just darkness on the tapes. I was like, I don't know. Is this like, did they not take the lens off? I was confused. But fucking Jamarcus Russell couldn't even lie on his feet, dog. Alex Smith isn't a rookie quarterback either. You know what I mean? Where he understands what you have to do as a professional. Dwayne Haskins thought he could just roll in whenever and no one really said anything. like Haskins needs help. He's a rookie. He needs to be guided, and he's suddenly going from not having a ton to being a multimillionaire. Needs a little help. The young guys do. Yeah, exactly. Fucking Ryan Leaf and Dwayne Haskins are like the same quarterback. It's really scary. And I really hope Dwayne Haskins, because Ryan Leaf said he was going to reach out and talk to Dwayne Haskins for a while. And I think he actually got a hold of him. And that's probably the best person for Dwayne Haskins to talk to right now. It's like, dude, like, listen, dude, it's me, Ryan. Ryan who? Ryan Leaf. Listen, motherfucker. You need to get your shit together. You have talent, motherfucker. What are you doing? And like that's the annoying thing about Dwayne is he's like actually good. Like he could be good at football. It's like, dog, you could be a good you could be a good quarterback. What are you doing? Like you could be a 30 touchdown a season guy, maybe like 12, 13 picks. Sometimes you might buck the fuck out, get like 35. Like he could be a starter and make really good money and maybe even be a playoff caliber quarterback. It's not like he doesn't have the talent. It's it's clear he's got a great arm. He can throw the ball, 60, 70 yards without really much effort. It's not like he's just like this completely like lump of untalent. He's just slow as shit. And that's fine. Get him a good line. And the Steelers, I don't know. I feel kind of bad for the kid because he's clearly just a lazy idiot that got kind of way too into the pro life. And that's Washington. Yep. Oh, and because Haskins isn't completely gone, he still seems to like football, somewhat. Anyway, yeah, he needs mentors. Yeah, he 100% needs like a mentor of some sort, and Washington wasn't going to provide that at any kind of capacity. Some guys need that in the NFL. Look at fucking Tom Brady's Antonio Brown's mentor. Bucks, no, because they have Antonio Brown. You don't want to have too many of those running around. Those fucking wackadoos, dude. Because clearly Dwayne's just a guy that needs a little extra guidance in life for a little while. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Big Ben isn't exactly like in his younger days the idea guy, but like how to conduct yourself as a pro, Big Ben isn't terrible. There's also guys like Mike Tomlin, like numerous offensive linemen, numerous defensive players, like a fucking catalog of players like Terry Bradshaw. Like, you do realize the Steelers have like Hines Ward, Troy Polamalu they could get him in contact with. Like they'll hook him up with like guys of the past who are still heavily associated within the team. I'm sure like, Mike Tomlin's a terrible dude for him to sit under and talk to. It wouldn't just be Big Ben. It could be like Mike Tomlin, James Harrison, who's still like a member of the team, basically. Like, you do know, like doesn't even have to be someone on the Steel. Like, Mike Tomlin's a good mentor too, though. He's a player's coach. Actually, no, that's incorrect, Van. I would be willing to venture Mike Tomlin is willing to put up with a lot of fucking bullshit from players. No. That's the complete opposite. Mike Tomlin takes all the shit. Dude, look at what he let Antonio Brown get away with and never once complained. That dude never complained about AB. Maybe at the bitter ass end he was. But like, dog, players, coaches really they deal with they take the shits. They take a lot of the shits. Why do you think he's like the way he is with everybody else? Because he's like, fuck these people. Yeah, Haskins is well connected right now. He's in a good spot for himself. Yep, very good spot for himself. Tomlin's a really good coach. Yeah, Bell. He let Bell and you, dude. You get away with murder in Pittsburgh, basically, on that team. That is a player-friendly organization as the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh my God. The same with the Cowboys. Jerry Jones might be one of the most ironically, Jerry Jones might be one of the most pro player owners I've ever seen in football. Weird, right? Jerry Jones. Yeah, he's probably the friendliest and easy. Like, he's good with his players. If you're one of Jerry's guys, you're taken care of. And if you're a Cowboy, you could basically commit anything short of like SA and like beating people to near death. Yep, exactly. And yeah, but those guys know that they're getting benched because they fucked up and they know they did. But with Jerry Jones, man, if you're a Packers don't like head cases, no, you guys avoid them like the plague. The Patriots will sign anybody as long as you don't have domestic violence. The Patriots are pretty good about we're just a strict culture, but like at the same point, as long as you don't beat women, you're allowed on the Patriots. Literally, if you have potential murder charges, the Patriots will be like, "Oh, did you do it?" Nah. Didn't we not officially release Aaron Hernandez till he was like actually found guilty? Like, if I'm not mistaken, until that dude was literally found fucking guilty, like sentenced to prison guilty, I don't think they cut him until like they're like guilty, and then the Patriots went, all right, we might need to wash our hands with this one. This is getting pretty ugly. Because I remember we like didn't cut him for quite a fucking while after he got arrested. Traded Demarius Randall for complaining about his role. Yeah, you guys cut Ty Montgomery for fumbling a kickoff. It was pretty the day the police searched his house. So a couple days into the arrest situation. All right. That's not too bad. We didn't, it wasn't no goddamn immediate release though. They were like, No, I think it was the searching of the house, but I don't think they cut him right at the arrest though. I'm telling you. It was not like he's arrested, where most teams here, player charged with murder, arrested for murder, like potential murder, everybody's cutting him. Whereas the Patriots, it's like, we're going to search the house. All right, we should probably get rid of this. This isn't looking good. They cut him after there was like, I think it was they found some shit and the Patriots went, we're out. We had nothing to do with this. Well, I mean, if he would have been innocent, we'd have kept him probably. He'd still be if he was innocent, he'd still be he might be retiring. Yeah, as long as you don't hit women or children, you're welcome on the Patriots. But like Robert Kraft has a strict no domestic violence rule. And unless somebody slicked by with one. Like, that's why Antonio Brown won't be welcome back on the team, by the way. it's the sexual assault shit. They don't play. Bill and Bill especially doesn't play that, and Kraft really doesn't. I mean, he's got to pretend like he's very anti. Well, he doesn't hit the women. He just likes to get jerked off by them. He wasn't abusing none of them women's either. Come to find out, those women's was running that jerk off thing willingly. That was a willing situation. You know, Bill, you know, Robert Kraft isn't a bad guy. Everyone tried to make like, come on, man. His wife died of cancer. You know, he had like a couple like 30-year-old fuck pieces after his wife died of cancer. Everyone forgets that about old Kraft, that his wife died of cancer. Like, let the man live. He was a very like loyally married man, and then his old lady died of some cancer. And that, you know, what is he supposed to be, a church mouse? Let the man live. Let him go to jerk off parlors. He won 6 goddamn Super Bowls. You shut up. What have you done? Anyone who's judging him. You know, wild thing. I think the NFL needs to do something about that situation. Andy Reid, I think, needs a little bit of punishment. He like hired that dude despite the fact that he was released from prison for DUI and waving a gun at somebody's face. And he could be my bottom bitch. Yeah, Robert Kraft was just playing games, bro. Poor old Robert Kraft. They really tried to get him like that. But then I think the Florida police found out what happens when the guys that you're trying to illegally prosecute because you're running a sting operation with cameras and illegal fucking that was a sting operation, by the way. It was entrapment what they did. They offered and then they said yes, and then that was the evidence they tried to use. By the way, I studied this kid. Yeah, they were fucking stupid. They really thought that was gonna work against billionaires. Like, it wasn't just Kraft. Like, they tried to get like a lot of very wealthy dudes, and they thought this would work. I was like, why would the city of Jupiter do that? And I think they're all the city's being sued back to the Stone Age by these dudes right now. I still don't like the fact that Mike Prefer is allowed in this. What did Mike Prefer do? They said, hey, bitch. He said, hey, bitch, you want to make some real motherfucking money? How about you start giving kisses? Did you guys watch the new South Park tonight? We're going to probably start to wrap up here in a few minutes. It's almost 1 o'clock. But did you guys watch the new South Park tonight? That shit was good. Mr. Garrison's in the episode. He's no longer the president. that was good. That was a good subplot. Oh, it was a good episode. You might want to watch it. It was actually quite funny. You watch Family Guy? It makes sense. No, I'm just kidding. Called Clue a fag because he didn't defend his gay brother very vocally in Minnesota. Oh, yeah, that's not a good look. Not right now. That's not right now. That's not a good look. Not in the South Park. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm not really into newer Family Guy. I don't know. There's something wrong with it. So I understand the sentiment. I love old Family Guy. Yeah, Mike, you'll really enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. They sheer QAnon. One of the best parts is the QAnon people are like posting like screenshots of the episode where all these celebrities are drinking adrenochrome and like it's like basically like they're like, you know, the QAnon thing that like all the celebrities and Hollywood elites eat babies and drink their blood and shit. That was basically brought up in South Park, right? And they were like showing pictures of Obama and Oprah drinking from these giant goblets full of blood and like with little kids like sprayed up on the wall with like their ribs cracked open. Basically exactly what QAnon said and believes in. Like, this is what people believe in. And for some reason, the QAnon people think South Park is on their side. They're like, hell yeah, South Park. Way to expose them, brother. Way to bring down the Hollywood pedophile elites. They didn't realize, they don't understand what the fuck that was. They don't understand that South Park was mocking them relentlessly. That's stupid. Dog, you don't like they don't understand what satire is. And like they thought, like, they're like, no, South Park's on our side. Dog, they painted you up as people who are trying to indoctrinate children to be fucking idiots. Cartman said, you can believe in all that shit, but it's stupid. Like, they said what they think of it. They literally used Cartman to explain what they think. Like, hey, you're free to, I guess, believe and like say all that kind of dumb shit, but like you're it's really stupid that you believe that. Like, they hide their real belief, and that's how good satire works. They use an extremely ridiculous character like Eric Cartman to go, hey, that's fucking stupid what you people, not even Kyle. It was the character of Cartman they used to do that quick. It was a quick two-liner that displayed what the actual view on it is. I really don't think those people, like the QAnon people, think like they think that South Park like brought it to the attention. Like they're like, now everybody will know what we've been trying to tell them. No, everybody knows about your guys' weird little conspiracy theory, right? Like everybody knows that you right-wing QAnon Pizzagate people think that like Hollywood people eat babies and fuck them in the butts for their adrenochrome or whatever the fuck those people believe in. We all know we think this about like that's we all know that those theories exist. So what these people are thinking, like they're bringing it to the attention, nothing they can do now. No, we all know you think like that. We all just think you're a bunch of fucking idiots, dude. Like nobody believes that Oprah cracks open the ribs of children and drains their blood into a goblet and drinks it so she can stay forever young. That sounds crazy, dude. That is some of the craziest shit I've ever heard of, dude. Hilarious conspiracy. Like they think like Tom Hanks like cracks little kids open and drinks their bloods and shit like a coconut. And like they like put on like scary masks so they do it when they're at their peak fear. It's some fucking like that shit isn't real, man. Like it's just not that those aren't real things. Like that's not how the things in the world work. That's not exactly correct. I don't think you could just crack open some chests like and get some bloods out and you can live forever if you drink the blood of a scared child. That sounds like some shit we would have believed like back in the fucking 1200s when people were retards, basically. When nobody could read and write, they used their hands to clean up their butthole after an aggressive, probably fucking shit, like blood filled shit, because they got worms very bad. Like you just gotta remember, like those kind of similar beliefs would be like, if we drink the blood of babies, we'll probably live forever. That's some shit they would believe back in like the 1200s when they thought like, whatever, you just died at 30 sometimes. QAnon is conspiracy people, man. They can be whatever wing, but most of it's a lot of right wing ideology in there. Yeah, it's a lot of right wingism, and a lot of evangelicals are conservatives. Yeah, there's it's all fucking crazy, dude. They're all weirdos, dude. They're all just whacked out. You can just tell they don't believe. It's like you can they don't believe in anything else except like Donald Trump is a hero. Really, that's the funniest part is like Donald Trump is like Q is like a hero. Nothing funnier to me. He picked bi-coastal elite to be the bringer down of the elites. That's what I don't understand. Why would Donald Trump, a fucking billionaire born into a millionaire family, who's a member of the bi-coastal elite class that the QAnon people hate, why in the fuck is he like the bringer of like it all down? Like I was like, what? You guys do realize he's like an elite, right? Like he's literally elite. Like he's one of them. he's like a Hollywood elitist. I don't understand why they don't. Until he ran from the Republican Party, he was like very popular in all circles. Like I don't understand that. They come from after Biden's first, like, oh, I'm right here. Yeah, right here. I'm glad he got elected. I'm very happy that he was elected. I am a Biden supporter. I voted for Biden, not against Trump. Surprise. I liked what fucking Obama did. And I'm like, who? Fucking Biden feels like a continuation of that. Let's go. Maybe a little bit more progressive because of Kamala. We'll see. But yeah, we don't worship our president. I'm just happy the guy won. Salem witch trials were interesting because that was more of like a thing where like if you're talking about the American edition, that's often misrepresented and misstood. You can understand why the Salem witch trials happened if you look at one of like a very interesting thing in the history of that point in time. There was a lot of single landowning widows, right? Like that had a lot of land and a lot of wealth, and they became widows. And I think at the time, the certain laws that like dictated that the property and those all of that would be passed to the women. A lot of the women in the Salem witch trials that were eventually accused and murdered in the witch trials were like a lot of widows who owned a shitload of land and money. And then the town just swallowed all of it up after she died. Someone just took it. Like a lot of dude, really go look into this. It's really wild what the Salem witch trials was. There was a lot of that. There was a lot of just getting back at people for random revenge. The Salem witch trial is interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, it wasn't cancel culture at all. It was literally economic and socio. It was a lot of socioeconomic things going on. A lot of people trying to take out rich people and shit like that. That's you'd be stunned. It was a lot of very wealthy people that got took out because of that. Dream interpretation, yeah, spectral evidence, all kinds of crazy shit. Dude, I have the greatest counter evidence that would have got me off. All right, if I'm such a powerful witch or wizard, why would I have let you captured me, or even like I'd have just used my wizardry and gotten the fuck out of here? And they'd have probably been like, that's really, I mean, like, why? How are any of these people witches and wizards? By the way, why would we have let you captured us? Why wouldn't we have put our collective powers together and just overpowered this fucking bondage you have us in? We could just leave if we have powers. We can't do that. So therefore, we're not fucking witches and wizards. Why would we let ourselves be imprisoned if we had magic fucking powers? And that to me, I think they'd go, at least for me, because I'm a man, they'd probably be like, yeah, that's a good point, sir. You're free to go. Be like, all these people should be free to go. Nobody could leave. If somebody can just get up and leave without any problems, then they're probably a fucking wizard or witch, and you should kill them. But like, I'm not. Clearly, I'm not. I fucking could leave if I had the wizardry ability. Like, if I had wizard powers, I'd just be like, bzz, 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 bzz. Now what are you gonna do? I zapped them off, and they'd be like, fair. That's a good. They'd be like, that's fucking. How do you argue against that? Not even these dummies could be like. And I guarantee no one thought of that argument because those people were stupid back then. I probably wouldn't have thought of that either. I'd be like, I'm not a witch. I could prove it. How? How you want me to prove it? They weren't good thinkers, dude. They thought of like growing like fucking vegetables and shit, and how to like get some food. Fucking idiot old people. I want to live back in the 1200s. No, you don't. You want to die from worms? Fucking shitty water. Get some disease that doesn't exist anymore because we have running water and it doesn't sit in a giant bowl all day. Then somebody walks up and just gets a nice stale fucking thing of water that's been sitting out in the sun still for about 4 or 5 days. No one's touched it. And he's like, ooh, some water. Drinks a big handful of it and dies 2 days later from dysentery. That's like the whole times back then. Someone would just be like, ooh, this looks good. And they'd be like, oh, yeah, that's the drinking water. Even though it's just stale fucking nasty water. Parasites are wildly evolved in there by 6, 7 generations. Ugh. At least most people nowadays know don't drink still water. Hey, you have died of dysentery. Exactly, man. People are like, I would do so much better in the old times. No, you wouldn't. Nobody would. That time sucked a bag of dicks. Not one person alive back then would be. They all probably would. If they came to the future, they'd be like, yeah, I don't ever really want to go back. Why? But that was sucked. That whole time was bullshit, dude. Like, there's food all over here. I don't have to go kill fucking buffalo and shit like that. I'm just big chilling and shit. My clothes make sense. I'm not wearing fucking cowhide. Like, I feel really good in this era. It's you guys have these things called houses and they're like temperature regulated and shit like that. It's I don't feel like I went to the doctor and got on this thing called penicillin. Dog, I haven't felt this good ever. Like I've never felt so healthy. I'm not sure what this magic medicine is, but like they said I was within days of dying from 40 different kind of bug infections and oh, dude. Oh. Yeah, we can have drip now. You know, it would be nice though if you were like if you knew you'd be like a rich white guy. That wouldn't be so bad. That probably would be pretty fun. If like you knew you could go back as like a very wealthy white landowner, like that might actually be some kick ass. I mean, like it's not a good time. It depends on how you look at it, but like that wouldn't be so bad, right? Like you'd have everything that you probably have today. It's just not as good. You could get someone to fan you. You just picks it big. Hey, fan me, or I'll fucking kill you and your whole family. All right, thank you, good boy. That was a time period. There was a time period where whites did that. That's why everyone hates white people. See you later, Kevin. Because like that fucking couple thousand years where Europeans really went crazy there. No, I'm just saying, like, I'm not white, dude, I'm Jewish. Ian. No, I'm just saying, like, if you were a white man, there's literally you could go back to those times and probably have a good time. No, I'd get killed. Yeah, I'm a Jew, dude. I can't go back to those times. They'd be like, oh, look at what we got here. We got ourselves a fucking Jew. You're the reason this fucking this country's failing. They didn't back then, though, Ian. Yeah. Oh, you got white skin. What the fuck does that mean? Dog, 40 years ago, they don't consider you white. Like, I think Jews being accepted as white people is like fucking like 30, 40 years ago, maybe. I want to say. It's not a recent trend, my friend. Like, that. We haven't been always considered white. The Jews. Like, I'm white, but like I wasn't white in the Middle East. Even if I told, like, they're like, oh, what are you? You're Jewish, right? I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, you're a Jew. I'm like, but I'm white. They're like, white people aren't Jewish. So I didn't even know I was white till I came to this country. Yeah, I told no one would ever believe I was anything but white. They'd be like, if I said I was born in the South of the United States, nobody would question me. No, everyone would be like, all right, that makes sense. I was actually born in the Middle East. I'm part Arab, but I look very, very white. I'm very, very white passing. Because I think it's because a lot of people in the West don't realize that a lot of Arabs get red hair. Like it's not uncommon, like at all, like even a little bit to see that. But it's fun to think they don't know that. So, especially like my color red, like this specific color of like dark red, auburny. Yeah, my hair color isn't uncommon where I'm from. Especially red beards. You see a shitload of red beards, dude. But I've also noticed in the Americas, you see a lot of red beards. Yeah, no, it's because my mom is Canadian and I take after my European mom or my grandpa. I'm like a spitting image of my grandpa, who's from Poland. Has red hair. Didn't know he was killed for like 4 years. Yeah, you'll never guess it. A lot of Arabs. Sami Zayn, the wrestler, is Arab. He's like 100% Arab too. Sami Zayn, the wrestler, he's Syrian. So it's most people are like, you'd be surprised. And I actually look very similar to Sami Zayn. I wonder if there's any kind of crossover in terms of family relations, because I'm like, dude, me and Sami Zayn look really similar when he grows a beard. I'm like, that's a little uncomfortable. He looks familiar. And the whole living in Canada thing, like a lot of fucking Middle Eastern people do. It's friendly over there. Well, yeah, I look. The reason I look the way I do is I take very heavily after my grandpa, who's from Poland, and I look very Polish or German, Eastern. Bin Laden, yeah, they'll point to Bin Laden. Well, technically, Bin Laden wasn't Arab. He was from Arabia. I didn't live in Canada, Ian. My mom is from British Columbia. So I'm British. I'm part British Columbian in Canada. I'm half Canadian, half Arab. However that breaks down, that terrible combination of genes. That shouldn't have happened. They should have never let my parents mate. It's not two good groups. Essentially, dude, my numbers literally are like half Ashkenazi, a little less than half Arab, and then a little Greek. That's like what my fucking birth numbers were. I was like, Jesus Christ. Talk about fucking one thing. My mom's 100% Ashkenazi Jew. Yeah, I'm Sephardic Jew. I'm fucking I have Sephardic genes. I have Ashkenazi genes, and I have like fucking like a percent Greek. From Macedonia is where my family, I think my dad's family migrated out of. We were probably Greek fucking cave people that went and got caught up in being slaves. I know we were slave people that were traded to Egypt and adopted the religion of Hebrewism, and then I think we just stayed in Egypt for a really long time. Not really, man. It's my dad's family trees. It was literally we were slaves, and then we weren't slaves after we got for some freedom in Israel after probably thousands of years, and then well, for a while, I'm sure it was like no, they were Greek slaves, dude. Yeah, we're pretty sure they're just slaves because we don't have any like our family history is very unimpressive until Israel pops up. And so like we're good Egyptian people, good Egyptian soldiers, good Egyptian. We eventually became so like they joined the military class. So it was like good Egyptian soldiers. My grandpa sees Israel's farmed and he went fuck you and went over to Israel, and that was that. Yeah, my grandpa basically defected from the Egyptian army and joined Israel and fought against Egypt. Kind of badass. Don't know why he did that though. He was very old. My dad fought in the same war as him. No, it's not a fun task. We because we don't know my mom's side. All we know is that her family is from Poland. That's as much as we know because they all died in the Holocaust. So like it's literally like my dad's family side we know pretty well. But my mom's side we have it ends at Poland. They literally goes like Holocaust. We don't know the rest. We didn't. Yeah, yeah. The family tree for my mom literally goes my grandpa, my mom, or my grandpa, his wife, my mom, or well, my grandpa got married rather late. I think he was like 6 or 7 when he fucking dipped out with like a family friend because my like I don't know the whole. I'd have to ask my mom the story to get it clean, but yeah, they left. He went with a family friend to Canada. He never seen his family again. He was like 5 or 6 when he left them. So got to Belarus during World War II, so it could have been a lot worse. Yeah, no, my family didn't want to leave. It was really sad. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. They like Hitler got elected, and I think according to from what I remember, Hitler gets elected, and that family's like, we have a way to get out. We can go to Canada. We can go to the Americas. And like my dad decided to go with them. I think somebody else did, but they like died on the way over on the ship. So it's kind of like a tragedy. I think like an older, like an uncle or something, I want to say went with what would have been my grandpa. But he died on the boat. So I mean, it is what it is. A lot of people died on immigration boats. So that's not that shocking. It's just, it would have been nice to know like 14 other people in my family who were put to death by Nazis. But hey, it was so long ago. Yeah, like my fucking whole family's dead still, and it's directly because of that. Maybe we shouldn't move on quite yet. That was rather recent. I have a small fucking family because of that. But again, I don't know. I don't really have any. I don't know how to. There's no real clean transition from that, right? Like it's just kind of like that. Just sucks. At least like I survived or like I came out of it. So like the family still goes on, but like I'm it. Yeah, my grandpa was a cool guy. He was just a drunk. Show worth the watch, especially if you wanted to really go deep into it. Yeah, my grandpa was a drunk, but he was a really cool guy. He taught me how to shoot guns, though. He's like, in case the Nazis ever come, Isaac, you need to know how. Isaac, you need to know how to shoot these guns. I think I was like 5, and he's like, "All right, boy, what you do?" And he'd like hold back my arms back. This is called an 8K. All right. What you do is you just pull the trigger. All right. And I was like, of course, I have earplugs and goggles on and shit. I'm not fucking, he's not like a reckless idiot. I just go poof, and it fucking, oh, dog. I still remember going like in the cartoons and shit because it was such a violent shaking of the gun. And he was like, hey, because he's drunk as shit, dude. Yeah, I'm trained. I've been shooting guns since I was like a weird little kid. But again, that's why I probably have such an affinity. I love guns. They're so necessary in case the Nazis come. In case, you never know. You just never know when they might try some shit again, dude. There's a lot of them in America. They made it over here in Operation Paperclip. Yeah, Edelman's a smart guy. That's what we're taught to do as Jews since we're children, though, isn't it, Ian? When someone does something offensive to us, what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to approach them, give them a way out of it, educate them, and then fucking eat with them. I don't know where that comes from, but like every Jew is programmed. If you're like, I don't know, programmed is the right word, but if you're properly raised Jewish, what Myers Leonard did is a teachable moment because it wasn't exactly out of hate for the Jewish people, but he needs to learn why you can't say that. Yeah, he's that's the right way to do it. That's the way Jewish people approach problems like that. is talking it out and teaching and education. It's very important to remember that some people just need to be educated. Some people don't understand. Some people are, maybe, there is sometimes just a in understanding. You never know what someone's story a blind spot to something. Yeah, he offered the same exact thing to Deshaun Jackson. Mm-hmm. I'm sure lots of Jewish people reached out to Myers Leonard. I'm sure lots of them did. I'm sure who's the guy in the NBA that reached out to Deshaun as well? That converted to Judaism. Basketball player, very tall. Like exception. Like I said, I know that sounds stupid, but he's like known for being like a tall player. I think he was on. Who the fuck am I thinking of? Like, I think that's who eventually just shot. Like, that's probably who Myers needs to talk to as well. There's a who the fuck was that converted to Judaism, dude? God damn it. Amari Stoudemire. That's who it is. Amari Stoudemire. Mr. Stoudemire. Yeah, the Zionists, though, like Cornball, I would argue that they use Zionist not in the same way that the American left means Zionist. I think they mean it in the same way that radical Islamists mean it. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's more the way they mean it. You know what I mean? I don't think they mean like boycott, divest until Israel gets out of there and backs the fuck off and gets out of the, whatever the fucking goofy little gay shit that the American left thinks they're doing. But like, I think the Proud Boys are like more like on the same lines of Hamas Zionist problems. I think that's the issue. Yeah, Amari converted. Yes, sir. Yep. There are a lot of famous Jewish converts. It's a very intellectual. It's more of like an intellectual religion, I guess. Because like you can become a Jew and not really even believe in God. It's like a weird fucking thing, dude. It's a weird. I don't know. I think all religions are cults, so I guess I could say Judaism is a weird cult, and I don't mean cult in a bad way. because technically a religion is a cult. It's not bad though. Like cult has a negative connotation, but it necessarily doesn't have to. It's just like it kind of does. It just feels bad. But I think religions are technically viewed as cult, uh, which isn't bad. Again, it's not bad if you're not killing and doing a bunch of crazy shit. Which I mean, early religions formations typically result in lots of deaths. Even Judaism does. One of the first things I learned about, or remember learning about, is that we killed every single person in Canaan or Canaan to take over the land. Literally slaughtered every man, woman, and child. It's like God's like this is like Jews are proud of that. Like, yeah, we took Israel first. You want to know why? Because we went to Canaan and we killed everybody who wasn't in the Israeli tribe. We won that land fair and square very early. That's very true, by the way. The Israeli tribe rose up and murdered every fucking thing around them to take that piece of land specifically. Don't know when that happened. Very long, very, very long time ago. Many people, yeah, no, I think religion's a necessary thing, cornball. I've often said, like, in my younger days, I hated the ideas of religion because I seen a different side of it. Of course, you grow up in a different region, you grow up in a more, you see a different side of. But when you go to a different place, and you see what it could be, what it can be, and what the beautiful sides of religion are, and you're like, okay, I get it. Okay, it's completely fine that people have this. Even Islam. Islam is a peaceful ass religion. Like look at like the American version of Islam. Like Dave Chappelle. Would you consider Dave Chappelle to be a wildly violent Muslim? No. What about all the Muslims in Dearborn, Michigan? Man, they're so violent and crazy down there. I never hear of them, but like, we know that they're there, and that's considered like a fifth pillar of Islam. Dog, Ian, you live in Michigan, you said. You ever have any problems with Dearborn? Like I've never had a problem in Dearborn, and I used to go there quite a bit as a Jew. I had no problems in Dearborn. It's a pretty safe little area. It's as dangerous as any other suburb in middle America. Christianity is a religion of proselytism. It like they teach them so that it's the nature of religion to teach other people. Only 2 car bombings? That's not that bad. See? Exactly. You could go to one of the many liquor stores in Dearborn and get yourself some non-alcoholic booze. You could get you can go to the strip clubs that are haram in Islam, but they're extremists. You know what I mean? There's something beautiful that happens when a religion doesn't fucking fall under Wahhabis and get hijacked, which is all that's happening with Islam. Unfortunately, it was hijacked. They got a hold of it, and they're ruining a very good religion that people like. It's no different than Christianity or Judaism. They just believe in a different ends to the same fucking thing. Like they're all the same. Like they're so fucking. It's just, well, we believe this guy. We believe this guy. Well, we believe this guy. They all believed in each other too, and they all teach from each other. It's like the weirdest fucking. It's all the same basic God, Allah, God. Like it's all the same 3 dudes. Allah is just an Arabic word for God. Like that's my favorite part. Everyone's like, yeah, but they pray to Allah. Well, Allah is just Arabic. Yeah, no, all 3 of the Abrahamic religions are the same, dog. They all derive from Judaism. They believe, Christians and Catholics believe basically that Jesus was the guy. Jews believe Moses and a soon-to-be named guy, or at some point another guy. It probably just God himself, if that's all true. Well, whatever. And then Muslims believe in obviously Muhammad. Like that's it. Like that's the big. And then you got Mormons. Do you count Mormonism as part of the Abrahamic religions? Because technically, like, they believe in the same set of gods. They even fucking believe in Muhammad. And that's the craziest shit with Mormons. They reference Muhammad and Islam and shit. Anybody know that? Didn't know that? Yeah, they know about the other. So I'm like, wait, technically is, I guess you could throw Mormonism in the Abrahamic religions because they believe in the same fucking main God that the other ones believe in. That Jesus Christ is a prophet in their religion. It's crazy. And Jesus was a prophet. Yep. You can count Mormons. Yeah, Mormons are sort of Abrahamic, right? Like, kinda. It's just like, it's just so new. Most welcome people I ever met. If I bump into my mother friends, no matter how much. Yeah, American. Yeah, dude, it's a peaceful religion. It changes people fundamentally. The Americanized version of it, and the Westernized. Well, really, all Islam does, as long as there isn't a goddamn idiot Wahhabist running the goddamn religion, which for some reason that there's a problem in Islam. Islam does need a major reformation. I will admit that. Like, Judaism had theirs. Fucking Christianity and Catholicism's kind of going through one. Christianity had their reformation. That's all. Just a small reformation on like the way that they treat people who aren't. They just need to fix a few things, man. They're not perfect, but they're very peaceful compared to what the fuck the Wahhabists would have you believe. They're not violent like that. They're peaceful people. But again, their religion does seem to be prone to Wahhabism, and that's not good. Which is a quick reformation. That's all. John Smith was a known fraud. I have with Mormonism, lived in Utah. The people are great, and the religion and its roots are troubling. Yeah, the religion's crazy, dude. The religion of Mormonism is fucking crazy. No, basically, religion's fine. All religion's basically the same thing. It's just a way to feel better about death. So essentially, if it makes you feel better, it's fine. Yeah, if they don't make them believe, make them. See, and the Muslims learned well from the Christians and the Catholics during all their holy wars against each other. Everyone's like, well, what about this Sharia and Sunni Islam? They're going to kill each other for centuries. Yeah, they learned watching you. You know that commercial where like the kid smoking weed and dad comes down, where did you learn this? And fucking basically what Islam can do, it can look right at his fucking father of fucking Catholicism, which is Sharia law, and fucking Catholics who are the or the Christians who are the Sunni version, and go, we learned it from watching you. You know, if that's exactly where these people learned how to behave like that. Those Muslims, they watched every one of these holy wars and went, okay, you could kill people. Yeah, where the fuck do you think they learned it? They learned it from their fucking forefathers of the religion, the Christians and the Catholics. Dude, the Sharia Sunni divide is nothing compared to what the Catholics and the Christians did to each other for thousands of years, for 1,000 years there. Dog, they fought like 5, 6, 7 like giant wars against, like they fought like a million civil wars. Every time the crown changed in England for like 200-300 years, they fought a violent civil war over the Catholics and the Protestants. So I really don't understand why Catholics and Protestants are like running their mouth about like the Islamic stuff. I'm like, do you not remember like when you guys all murdered all of each other all the time because you believed in like slightly different versions of the same fucking thing? Yeah, but we wouldn't do that now. Like, no, you're just as stupid as the people in those who are killing each other over the minute differences in Sharia law and Sunni and the Sunni version, the Shia and the Sharia Muslims. They're the same fucking things as the Crusade issues. They couldn't fucking agree on some like minor fucking shit, so they're gonna kill each other for hundreds of years. It's not really fair what we do to those people. We act like we didn't do that. Like we just act like we didn't do that. We didn't enter a dark age. You know how they're like in a dark age, technically, is what you would consider the Middle East in during like their hyper religious times of their civil war stuff. It's like we are just going. We never were in a dark age in Western Europe for about 1,000 years, so we could fight each other because of religion. The fuck? Why are the Muslims doing that? Anyway, Who really cares? I'm just saying, we're not different. That's all. Religion makes people do crazy things, and then they reform the religion, and then the religion leads them into some kind of enlightenment. That's usually the path. So that's good. Yeah, no, most people just refuse to accept the fact that the Crusades were fought against Catholic. It's the same thing as the Sunni Sharia problem. The same thing. We believe he is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Well, we believe he is just, it is just Jesus is his messenger. And that's what they were over, by the way. That's the difference. What's the difference between Catholics and Christians? I don't know. Is it the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, the Holy Trinity? Is that what? Yeah, the Scientology is hilarious. Is that what the difference is? The Catholics believe in the Holy Trinity, and the Christians believe in like not that. They're just like, nah, that's fucking dumb. That sounds like magic and ghost shit. If I was to choose between the two, I think Christians are the smarter of the group because like they believe like God is like 5 different bodies that flies around, and Catholics are fucking crazy, dude. They believe in some wild religious shit. They're fun to me. The Catholics are crazy, dude. Do the Christians believe in the Holy Trinity? Do they? I thought that was a big part of Protestant. They don't do the Holy Trinity. I don't know though. I don't know much about them people. I thought like the Orthodox ones don't believe in, like Eastern Orthodox, right? That's the only Christianity I know. I don't think they do any of that. Catholics are retarded, dude. They're the stupidest fucking religion on the planet. Sorry. I don't like Catholics. A lot of the problems on this planet are directly because of them people. Like 90% of the problems. If they didn't exist, the world would be a better place. Sorry, whatever. But let's not go there. Let's not go there because I think Protestantism very good. It's not fucking. No, most Protestant churches don't do the Holy Trinity. They just make you pray to Jesus for a second there. Because like they believe God and Jesus are 2 separate entities, basically. Pretty sure that I'm pretty sure Protestants believe that God is it's like the creator and Jesus is like his messenger boy, like his son. Like they believe he literally like came out of God's balls. The Protestants are very literal people, I've learned. I think they genuinely believe like God nutted inside Mary and made Jesus. They really puts like a fully, that's his earthly incantation is what the Catholics believe though. All Christians believe in as a train. I grew up in the church and went to a Jesuit college where I had to take 4 religion classes. All Protestant churches. So they believe that like God is like a ghost. So they all believe in the same thing, the Catholics and the Christians. So what's the difference? I don't think it's just the Pope. Let me see. I'm on BibleReasons.com. Christians and Catholics hold a lot in common. Both affirm the deity and the lordship of Jesus. We know that. The nature of God, that man is made in the image of God. Yup. That both affirm man. Yup. Christians, they believe in difference in salvation, baptism, praying to saints, idol worship, life after death, penance. I don't think they give a shit about any of that. I'm not seeing it there. Celibacy of priests, views on the Bible, Holy Eucharist. Oh, here we go. This looks like what I'm looking for. The Eucharist, the Mass, and the transubstantiation. Is that what I'm looking for? Like, is that what that is? The Holy Eucharist, the Mass, and is that the Trinity? Is that what the 3 things? Guys, I'm Jewish. You gotta understand. I don't fuck with any of this. And I'm very atheist. Like I grew up in a communist household. Catholics believe the elements of the Lord's Supper became the actual body. Holy shit. The actual body and blood of Christ so when they drink in the wine and eating bread, they really think they're like munching on living Jesus. That's crazy. In partaking of the Mass, Catholics believe they are partaking of and enjoying a sacrifice in the present. Thus, Christ's sacrifice is an ongoing, a temporal act brought into the present every time the Catholic. Oh, dude, that's probably what makes everyone go, "Oh, this is weird." Christians object to this gross understanding of Jesus' instructions regarding the Lord's Last Supper. Yeah, that sounds fucked up, dude. This is what they probably disagree on the most heavily. That sounds gross. The Lord's Supper is meant to remind us of Jesus and his sacrifice, and that Christ's sacrifice was once and for all. Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to keep eating that. Is that like probably their big disagreement? Do you think the Christians went, "Why are we eating dead baby, like dead Jesus cookies? This is depressing." Oh, I forgot. Yeah, there's like 80 different Protestant people, are there? Y'all just believe in some crazy shit. Here's the fun fact, like Jesus was a Jewish religious reformer, and like y'all worship him for some reason. Like from the way I understand Jesus, like if he historically existed, which I don't think he did, there's no real evidence he did. He wouldn't have been commanding a new religion at all. Like that's what I'm confused about. The dude was just saying, "Hey, we got to fix our Jew shit up. We got to fix our Jewish religion up, guys. This shit's not good. We're not doing this right." Jews did all the shit that he said. We fixed our religion up. We cleaned up our backyard. You guys made up a whole new religion and started killing Jews for some reason. It's crazy. No, there's not evidence of Jesus's existence. No, there's not. Sorry, I don't consider something 65 years after somebody's death when they're trying to spread the ideas of his cult around evidence. There's no contemporary evidence Jesus existed. There's no historians writing up of any of the events that happened. All of it is 60. The earliest evidence I think they've ever found was 60 fucking years after his death, or 30 years after his death in 65 AD. So tell me, is that really good evidence? Like, if I was to make some shit up 30 years after from now and be like, "Well, you remember? You don't remember Great Big Chungus?" Like that'd be like if somebody tried to convince people 30 years from now that Big Chungus was a real thing. No, he was a real guy. Everyone just made memes of him after he died. I don't understand why they did that. He had a message. Like, I'm sorry, but like, that's not good. Like, and don't give me. Well, there were no historians. Yeah, there were. There was lots of historians in the years in the beginning of the century or the beginning of this AD. I guess there were lots of historians. There's contemporary shit from all over. You know what I mean? So like, I don't want to hear that there wasn't any from any of that time. Like, yeah, there is. People just stopped recording history at that point in time for like 30 convenient years. They didn't think that it would be a good idea to write about a Jew, like kind of like riling up the people of what would have been Nazareth and I guess just call it Israel. Like, I don't think there's good evidence. What evidence is there? 60, because I don't consider that to be good. Like they don't have any contemporary evidence. None. No, I don't think he existed as a man either. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. No. There's like nothing contemporary that like explains him doing any of this. That would have been noted that there was a massive revolt that literally like, and then like they went and checked on this dude's body several days later, and his body was like, there would be like actual written history, not like fucking 35 years later some story pops up with his guy, some Yeshua from Nazareth. I don't believe in the histocracy of it. Yeah, 30 years after his death, dude. I don't believe in it. Like there's shit from those times that exist, and they like note shit like that. There's no fucking death records for anything like that. All like that. That's how they kill people. Is crucifixion. it sounds like they took a common death method of people who went against the Roman religions and just kind of story crafted a bunch of other religious things. You can find every common element of the fucking Christian origin story in like every religion across the world. Like they just stole a bunch of shit. I don't know, man. I don't believe in it. If they could find some literally a piece of evidence, like, hey, man, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but like there's this Jew that's really speaking some truths to power here. We got to get our Jewish religion fixed. There's no historical evidence that some Jew came in and completely ruined the fucking bank system in the town at that point, which is what Jesus did at one point. You know, he went into the temple and fucking wrecked it. Why the hell wasn't that recorded in any history that was contemporary? Like none. And then they ordered a death warrant on the guy that literally led to his direct death. I feel like that would have been like a noted thing. Like that would have been, they would have found like something of something. I guess I just know that like there would have been somebody writing something. Would have been, especially since he would have had a following. Like he would have been a known person that would have been murdered. It's not like he had the 12 disciples. He was a known fucking like according to the stories, he's a known problem causer. So if he has all this fucking small notoriety, that would have been something people were writing the fuck down contemporarily. Like what's going on with this guy? There's some shit brewing here. Like I just don't, I need contemporary sources. They have them from those times. People were writing histories at those times. Sorry, I need to see something. Again, one piece of evidence that literally is like from like 10 or like 2080 or like 3080, where it's like, hey, well, this Jesus guy is something, huh? This fucking Yeshua dude. He's getting crowds when he speaks. There'd be something, dude. It's not like this guy was just an unknown idiot that no one listened to. Why would they have killed him? Because he fucked the town up? There'd be some kind of death warrant. There's also the Shroud of Turin that people think was his. They proved to be a forgery. Like, you know, I get it, man. I get it. I can argue it wasn't his. Oh, okay. I thought you said it can't. I have bad eyes. That's my bad, Ian. I just don't believe in this. Like, you know, there's a similar problem with Muhammad, right? There's actually like, there's a large swath of people that don't think he existed because there isn't exactly solid evidence that Muhammad was a real person, by the way. And I kind of believe that he might not have even existed. I think they're figureheads. I think they're convenient stories to start off a launching point of a religion. There's more evidence for Muhammad, sure. Like that he probably existed, sure. But like, man, there'd be some, because there's contemporary historical things of like historians writing things about a guy like that. Kind of like Genghis Khan. There's historians that kind of like write the, like there's other evidence besides just like wild stories about the guy. That's all. Yeah, but I mean, dog, there's stuff from that time that's like verifiable. Like there's other things that we accept as like, we accept that Genghis Khan existed, didn't we? Don't we? Like, real, like, come on, like Genghis Khan was way older than Jesus. I'm pretty, or you know, like I don't know, I forgot what exact years, but like we believe in like Alexander the Great. That was BC. Aristotle, that we don't know if he existed, but we believe it because there's like good contemporary evidence. With Jesus, dude, all we got is stories 30 years after he died. Like that's the best we got, and like some crowns apparently. I don't know. We need better, dude. Like there are people older than him that have more contemporary evidence that they existed. So the age of the guy to me isn't a good thing. It was a religion for four people to have a supporter until, yeah, Constantine was the reason that religion took off anyway, because he won a war. He was fucked up. Well, he won a war and he had like this weird dream where he was visited by an angel, and it was like in hac signe vinces, which means by this sign you will conquer in Latin, or in whatever weird Roman shit he was speaking. Probably Latin at that point, right? Probably not Italian quite yet. Or is it in hoc signis vinci or something? I can't speak Latin, but it does mean by this sign you will conquer, and it was the Christian cross. So the Constantine slowly started to accept Christianity. Then, before I believe his death, converted his kingdom to the religion. Wasn't right away though. It was like a slow process, super slow process. Because we have historians that are credible on other things. Like there's no historical like there's stuff that people talk about this dude in his active life. Oh, today Socrates went and took a shit in the watering hole. I don't know why he did that. He's a fucking prick. Like there's shit like that exists about Socrates, where like nothing like that exists about Jesus till 30 years after he died. Like that's suspicious, dude. And like don't get me like, well, he's old. Yeah, dude, they have shit this like about other people that are older than Jesus. Like they know that these people exist because there's like good historical contemporary evidence that isn't just like random farcical tales of the people. Like, is it good evidence? It's as good as it's contemporary. It seems like it's good contemporary evidence from when the guy was alive. That's the problem for Jesus. He ain't got nothing contemporary. It's all just like, well, this is I don't know what happened. Like unless the Catholic Church or something's like hiding all of it in like the Vatican Library, which they very well could be. Because like we don't know. Maybe Jesus was a piece of shit. Maybe he walked around and punched people in the face and said, convert to Christianity, and punched people and shit. Maybe he was an asshole and they don't want that to ever get out. Like he like went around and fucked people in the mouth and shit and they didn't convert. He maybe he was like 6'5" and he could just beat people up who were all like 5 foot tall and shit. He just physically like intimidated. Like we don't know. Like maybe there was some foul shit about this dude that the Catholics are like, we can't ever let this shit get out. This early fucking shit about this guy. Like you don't know what Jesus could like. He like, dude, this is a weird time they all lived back in. There was a lot of savagery back then. You know, zero, dude. And it's not even like negative. It could just be like they don't like the fucking stories they read, so they're like, this isn't what we want to be the story. And there is some part of me that does believe that the Catholics have something hidden about that, because it does seem very strange that everybody's very like all of those people are like, no, they existed. But it's like, oh, do you got evidence of like those other like some contemporary shit about this dude? Even like the last like 6 years of his life as an adult? Nope, nothing. Seems very odd. Yep. Oh well, fuck you. I'm like, that doesn't seem correct. I feel like there's missing documents. And like I don't know if they're missing or if they were like stolen. Or did the Roman Empire have everything destroyed to kind of cover up the fact that they murdered the motherfucking guy? That is something I've also thought about very, very, because there's nothing on this guy until like 60 AD. And I wonder if that's like a deliberate thing where the Romans were like, we got to delete as much shit about this dude as we can. Find all the historians, gather all of them up, and get all their Jesus shit. We rip that shit to pieces. We cannot let the Christians know what we did at one point to these people. Maybe that was the thing. That could be like a real possibility. That's something I've often always considered, is the Romans just destroyed all the evidence of him ever existing. Yeah, that's how I view it too. I don't, I personally don't think there's good evidence. Whether that be because the shit all got destroyed, which is very likely considering the Romans, considering conquests, you would have to it's hard to figure out because you don't know what technically would have gotten destroyed in raiding and shit like that. It's been 2.5 hours. I was going to go an hour ago. They hated him and then they didn't hate him. It was weird. He won them some wars, and Jesus went like with some magic. Boy, oh boy, I really hope that all that shit isn't real. Because I'm gonna walk up to the pearly gates and be like, "Hey, let me in, Jewish here," and pound on the gates and be like, "Dude, we don't know. You were like aggressively trying to disprove my existence for like 6 or 7 straight years of your life. What was that?" Why did you kill my whole family in the Holocaust there? I mean, I can ask you the same questions. The fuck was that about? I'm pretty sure I just get let in, right? Like I just get like you don't want you. I just get let in at that point. Like, why'd you kill my whole family? They'd be like, pretty good touche, I would say. Hey man, I thought we had some kind of covenant going on. You're not supposed to fucking do that again. I'll never flood the world again. Yeah, you just kill all the Jews again. That's fucking good on you, God. Fucking real good fucking sense of humor with your fucking. We got a covenant. God, what the fuck kind of covenant is that? Don't worry, you're my special group. You don't want to be God's special group of people. Trust me. Historically, that has not paid out well for us. Yeah, we'll sign a covenant. Oh, sounds like a good time. Was it? Well, that's worked out real good for us. God should have done signed the covenant with the Hindus or something, dog. We fucking bullshit. There's no manager to Karen later. Yeah, except it's Jewish. Heaven's Jewish, so I get in. I think Jews automatically get in. Like I think Jews free pass, right? Like that's part of the covenant. He gets to kind of fuck us around for all of history, but like we get free passes to the afterlife. I'm like 90% positive that's how that's supposed to work. Again, I don't go to I'm not religious, so you can see where I just don't understand the deep doctrine. Yeah, but I'm from Israel. I'm in the new covenant. You don't know. Oh, you don't know about the new covenant. You're an American Jew. That's the problem. That sucks for you. You didn't learn about the New Deal. Hey, you didn't learn about the post-Holocaust deal that we signed up on. Yeah, it's like the Jewish stimulus package. We got one. We got a new covenant deal from old God. He rewrote the deal up. It's been good times. It's been good times. It's a lot better than the last couple deals, but I don't want to know how this run ends. I don't know if you got re-upped or got to know the new one, but we took the deal. No, I know, Ian. I'm just saying. I'm making a joke about the covenant because to me it's a funny thing. Just to imagine God going, "Yeah, I stopped caring about that." Yeah, but Jews just keep getting fucked, dude. I've never seen a group historically as consistently. If there is a God, yeah, he's not a fan of whatever the Jews are. He really enjoys fucking around or whatever God would be. Rather, I don't think I think it'd be agender. Um, whatever God would be, I'm gonna say he because it's I'm a patriarchal person. Um, More than likely, God will be a woman though, right? Like that makes kind of sense. Like, the more I think about, it, I'm like, wouldn't God like it technically like make more sense if God was a woman? Like men can't just make babies. Like we can't like just create life in us. Like I never jerked off a baby out. Like I've never been, masturbating and like a whole baby shot out. I'd be so scared. I'd kill it, throw it right through a window, dude. I'd be like, oh God, and just whip it right through, dude. Be one foul swoop motion. I'd be screaming because that would probably be, top two painful things in my life. Other than number one is always tooth pain. Nothing is more painful than tooth pain. Then I'm pretty sure if you jizzed a whole baby out, that would be about as painful as it gets. Funny, because no one would ever. Number two, no one would ever believe you. You could go to the hospital, be like, I just jizzed the whole baby out. They'd be like, that's not possible. Yeah, that's a very risky string of words to use next to each other. But I was very careful with what I said there. Well, I mean, like, what? I mean, to me, it makes sense that God would be a female, or at least a more feminine gender. God has been shiny hunting for the last millennia. Yeah, I know. It'd be like, well, God's got a nice pair of titties, dude. God's got nice milkers. That'd be a nice plot twist, wouldn't it? Like God was just kind of like, she had a nice dumpy, a pair of tickle bitties. She's like, these are my God titties. And it's just like, damn, the world really is made for men. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I feel like if God was black, a lot of black people would not be happy with old God, right? But dude, what the fuck was that for then? He just makes a face at y'all like, y'all know. And like nobody knows. He just said that's his answer. No, like I said, Ian, like I said, more than likely, if there was a creator of the universe, I said it immediately. I was like, they're more than likely a gender, but it is funny to think about. Not even the races. I think more black people would have their heart broken if God was black because it'd be like, dude, what the fuck was that for then? What the hell was this about? You fucking Uncle Tom motherfucker. What the hell? Like, can you imagine if God was like that? Would be so weird, dude. I wouldn't even know what to think about that. I'd be like, he really sold you guys out, huh? That's a fucking plot twist. But God, I wanted y'all to fight for your rights. Like, so you enslaved us? What the fuck, dude? Not only that, like every time we've succeeded, you fucked us over. Like every time we've done a little good. I'm a Lynn style. Did I feel? I'd be mind blown. I'd be like, oh fuck, God's a racist. And that's basically the plot of Black Panther. Really? Huh? Yeah, that was, wasn't it? What's up, Trey? God damn it. Black God would be quite the plot twist. Yeah, Trey, you came into a very random conversation about Black God and how funny that would be. That's what I mean, man. But like it's like if Morgan Freeman's God, what's the implications of God allowing slavery to happen? It's like that's fucked up, dude. God's a black guy and he lets it's like I don't even know where do we start how do we do with that? How do we deal with that? God comes down and is like, why aren't they slaves still? Like that would be even worse. It'd be like, oh fuck, he's not happy that we don't have slaves. Y'all are supposed to have slaves. It's like, oh shit. Why y'all think God's just angry? Yeah, no, for most of the time we were God's people, actually. Oh, we got Israel, which is like a war with God. I don't know. Our whole Jews' whole existence is basically just fighting God. I don't know. It's Jews seem to hate the Lord. I don't really know. It feels like the name of Israel literally means struggle with God. Like the fourth ever Jew that existed was named Israel, renamed to Israel, which is Jacob. And they fucking, like the original story of Jacob is he changed his name to Israel. Like basically, we just been in a fist fight with God since like Jacob. Like we literally like our entire identity as a people is like, yeah, we're gonna fuck the creator. We're gonna whoop his ass. It's kind of an abridged version of it, but it's basically that kind of energy. Like we thought we was gonna pull this off or something. It really feels like that too. Like when you really look at history, it's kind of like, what are you guys doing? What the fuck are you doing? But oh well, fuck them. I'll go around 3-4. I don't give a shit. What's the worst he can do? We got Holocausted. I don't think he can do anything worse. Like really think about it. Like what else can God really do to us? We're still here. We got Holocausted. There's still lots of Jews running around. More Jews. We're almost back up to some good numbers soon. So I don't know. Like I don't know what else he could do. He's tried all kinds of shits. We're still here. I would say Jewish intellectuals have done a good way of getting people to become atheist and at least agnostic. So I don't know. I think we're knocking some good damage against God. I'm waiting for the lightning. Yeah, he's just gonna start smiting us soon too. He's gonna be like, you know what? Yeah, you guys are getting cocky. They're kind of like succeeding weirdly in their little weird goal of getting rid of me. Here we are. We'll get rid of this god. Fuck him. Just I don't know. Feels like there's a very big like fight with the guy. I don't know what it's about, but it's very deep and internal, and it's very. Yeah, we're still fighting with that guy, dude. What the fuck's he gonna do about it? He couldn't even kill us all. Imagine pulling the Holocaust off of your God and Hitler. Have I ever been to Europe? I've been to parts of Europe, Ian. I don't really like Europe. I don't want to ever be exposed as a Jew in that country, or in that continent, rather. I couldn't get into England, actually. My family was denied entry into the United Kingdom because we had been to Afghanistan too recently on our passports. They didn't like that. They're like, what were you doing in Afghanistan? Or however British people, what were you doing in Afghanistan? Just traveling. They got nice mountains in Afghanistan. You ever been there, you fucking redcoat? And of course, they don't understand that, so it looks suspicious. Yeah, and that's the problem. That's the problem for Europe's on. Yeah, Europe's just older than America. Exactly. Yeah, America's a baby country. It's only a couple hundred years old. The grand scope of history, it's a baby. We have tens of thousands. We have like 10,000 years of recorded history almost. America's a baby, dog. We don't even know what America's gonna be. We're still at the exciting, fun part of America. It'll take its direction soon enough, and we'll see exactly what America wants to be. But But all right, guys, it's almost been 3 hours, and it's almost 2 in the morning. So I'm going to get out of here now. Again, you always respect all religions and all that, and all that. So there's nothing wrong with worshiping. I understand, and I don't think anything. Religious people are religious people. As long as you don't make me try to believe in your stupid religion, I don't care. I won't try to make you disbelieve in your religion. I understand why you believe in it. You're weak. No, I'm just kidding, but I'm just kidding. Don't take me seriously. I wouldn't take me seriously on religious matters. I'm just kind of just I grew up in a communist household with a bunch of like professors. Because my mom was in the academic circles, and all her friends were professors. So I kind of just grew up around a bunch of edgy fucking atheist Jews, a bunch of communists and shit like that, and they just poo poo on God. So I have no belief in the whole thing. Plus, my mom was deeply, deeply anti-religious, so I was raised very anti-religious. It would probably break my parents' heart if I was to be like, I actually decided to get a bat. If I got a bar mitzvah, it'd probably make my parents like disown me. In all honesty, they'd be very upset. Of all the things I could do, right? Like they'd probably be most upset if I adopted religion seriously. They'd be like, "What are you, retarded, dude? The fuck is wrong with you?" They'd be very upset. My mom especially. They're like, "Dude, what if they I already know what my mom said. What if they fucking round the Jews up again? You can't even say you're not Jewish if you don't like." My mom has this belief that like as long as they don't ever find out that I'm not religious, that I'm not technically Jewish. Yeah, my mom thinks though if I get a bar mitzvah, I'm on a registry list and they can round me up easier. Dude, you don't understand what it's like, dude. Like we are like secretly like it's like my mom refuses to acknowledge being Jewish. Basically, my dad doesn't care. It was like, what are they gonna do? Fuck kill me? My mom's like, yeah, they will. They'll fucking kill your whole family. Like it's deep fears, and it's understandable. So, and Jewish mothers are very protective. Very, very protective of their children's. So there's no way I'm allowed to do that. There's just no way. We had to be careful. So, especially where we live, we didn't want it. We just didn't want a lot of attention. Well, I mean, whatever. It's mainly my mom's own paranoia, which is probably well placed as I'm getting older. Bar mitzvah, right? Get that nice drip. No, I don't have any of that, man. My family's very immaterial, And again, they're communists, and my parents are very strictly against the religion. Like I said, I think it would literally break their hearts if I was to like have a bar mitzvah, because they think I'd be attacked. Like they think I'd get murdered, like and like rounded up by like Hitler too, Electric Boogaloo. Like it was bad for me. Like my dad was like, "Don't worry, son. If again, this is not to like shit on the Trump or anything, but like my dad really, really, really hates Yep. They hate the state of Israel. The right hate super extreme, hate Jewish people. Yeah, it's a very odd situation for Jewish people. I don't really I don't know, man. The whole thing is confusing for Jewish people. It's just like we gotta just be smart. Don't get caught. Yeah, no, Ian, I know. I wish I could have had a bar mitzvah. Trust me. I know. God, dude. Trust me, I know. I probably would have been quite wealthy. But again, my mom didn't allow it. And my dad isn't going to fight on those issues because my dad doesn't give a shit. He's a Jewish warrior is what he says. Yeah, we're just white now. So I just am a white guy. My dad said he remembers when he changed to being a white person. Well, like he's Arab. So, but like he said he remembers because he looks kind of, he has kind of like a, no, the left isn't pro-Israel, Van. No, they're pro-Jew, not pro-Israel. Trust me. No, they are not. No, Van. As much as I may like the Democratic Party, they hate Israel. They think Israel is like the bane of evil. Trust me. They not Jews. Trust me. They don't hate me. They hate everything about my country's government. And there's some genuine reasons to not like the state of Israel. They do some pretty foul shit. The state of Israel. There's some apartheid type shit they do. And as I get older, it's harder to deny some of the evil shit Israel does. But like most everybody hates Bibi. Like even like yeah, exactly as you said, almost everybody hates that fucking crook Jew. Like they don't fucking like that guy. It's once Netanyahu goes away and they fucking pull out of the West Bank, like they're goddamn should just tell, hey, all of you fuckers leave the West Bank and the Strip right the fuck now. And then the problems end, dude. That's Bibi's just a fucking bitch, dude. He's a dumb idiot. Something like he's so corrupt. It's not funny. He just doesn't care about like actually trying to make peace happen. But oh well, he's almost done. He'll go to prison soon, hopefully. Hopefully, anyway. Asians are being put with non-whites. You know, I was born in Asia. Did you know that? You guys know I'm an Asian? You guys know that crazy shit? No, Bibi's way worse than Trump, dude. No, not even close. Bibi's the piece of shit. No, most of the Democratic Party hates dude, everybody hates Bibi. Let me be honest. Like Republicans like Bibi. Like Bibi's a bad guy. Bibi's a bad dude. He will go down in history as a bad person that was like made lots and lots of mistakes. He's the reason people want to put sanctions on Israel and shit. He's a bad guy. Nah, man. You ever been on a college campus? Literally, like, dog. No, most Democrats are wildly against what Israel's doing. They like the president has told like maybe like 10 years ago Democrats were more pro-Israel, but like not lately, dude. Israel's doing some foul shit. Not like that, and I love Israel. You have to understand, like I love that country. But like dude, we're doing some evil shit to some of the people over there. Like I know the peace talks, they're not going well. And some of that's on them, but like the punishment for not having good peace talks shouldn't be we annex fucking part of their land. That's not cool. Just because we can't have peace talks, like find a common ground, doesn't mean we need to run up into the fucking Gaza Strip and the fucking West, which we don't even want those two things. don't even fucking care about the strip in the West Bank. It's garbage fucking real estate. They just like it. It's fucking religious to them. And just like we keep the wall. Here's the secret. As long as we keep that fucking wall and a couple other things in that country, they can have the strip and the fucking. I don't know anybody who gives a shit about the Gaza Strip. I don't know anyone who goes there because it's fucking full of dangerous Hamas agents. Bunch of fucking crazy Iranians live there. So pro is it because the idea of the end times going through Israel is a self-serving. Yeah, exactly. And yep, they're using us as part of their death cult. They don't care about us. They hate us. They think we need to all be put there so we can die so they can go to heaven. Yeah, that's basically 100% what Ian just said. That is why Republicans pretend to like Israel and Jews, because we need to all be put there so we can be served up to heaven or nuked. I think they want to then nuke us, and then see you later, Ash. And then Christians get to go to heaven. I don't know. Evangelicals are wild, man. That's the basis of evangelicalism, though. And on that note, it's going to be 3 hours, so I'm going to get out of here. All right, guys. Thank you guys for coming into the my TED Talk that lasted like an hour and 20 minutes on religion. And it completely probably demonetized the stream, which is hilarious, but that's fine. It's 2 a.m. I'm going to get going. So, fun talk, guys. Fun talk. The first hour and a half that I wanted to do was all football. So that was primarily like what I wanted to do. And then it, once I said I was going to go, and then it turned into this. So, I don't mind. I was already done with the football talk that we'd scheduled. But all right, guys, appreciate the fun talk there. Hopefully I didn't offend anybody or hurt anyone's feelings. You got a Patreon or something? Oh, Ian, I just get AdSense. I don't need to get paid for anything I do. No, I just get some good AdSense. I don't mind it. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, no, everyone should be skeptical, but like I said, I don't care if people believe full-heartedly. I mean, it's your beliefs. You can't. I have no. As long as you don't believe some wild, crazy shit, then Yeah, and I don't think it's wrong to disagree on those things. It's because it's all just personal faith and belief issues. Like it's hard to dislike someone because of faith or a lack thereof faith. You know what I mean? Like that's a fundamentally that's a thing people can disagree on. I think quite civilly is the matter of something of religion, faith. But it's hard for people. Sometimes it's hard for people because some people wrap it up in ego. But all right, we'll wrap it on that. Thank you guys so much for the likes. Thank you for the dislikes if that's what you happen to leave, which I understand on kind of a more random stream. 14 likes, that's good though. 14 and 5, that's actually not that bad. Thank you guys. But all right, later guys. I appreciate the fun stream. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your night. Remember again, I really didn't. There was no intent to offend with what I was saying. 5 subs. You're almost there, Trey. Almost to 250. Make sure you sub up to Trey's channel, Texas Sports TV. He makes sports content, obviously. But all right, guys. Have a good night. Peace out. I will see you all tomorrow for the Tigers game as per usual. I don't really have much info on it. It's at 1:00, so we'll see when it pops on. But all right, guys. Peace out. Go Patriots. Go Lions. Go Tigers. And of course, bye-bye. I'm really tired.